What's going on, everybody? I'm stuck in my. There we go. There you go, Foster. That's for you. I just made that right now, Foster. Oh, man. Good times, right? Yo, what's up, everybody? We are live, man. It's going to be a good day today. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. What do you think about that, Foster? Good day. Okay, so let's just get right to this. Today is going to be a cool day, man. What's that Wednesday? Usually we're going to be talking a lot of races across the country, but this is the one that we're going to do. We're only talking about one race and one race only today, and that is going to be the Yuma Nationals this weekend, man. I'm going to have Curtis Harris on in just a little bit. I'm running behind, so I'm going to be doing all this while we are all hanging out here for just a second. So bear with me. And don't forget, I put up a little while ago, a minute ago, I put up the, excuse me, don't forget, we have next, is it next already? Wow, hold on. Stand by. Yeah, next Friday. Not this Friday, but October 15th. We're doing, we have the Friday night auctions are going to begin. And I've been kind of showing off some things that we're going to be putting up on the auctions. And we got a lot of Mini Z stuff, man. I got a ton of Mini Z stuff coming your way during the auction. I got a lot of new. I got a lot of used. I've got a lot of dirt oval stuff. That's going to be cool. I've got some Traxxas stuff. I have all kinds of stuff that's going to be coming in hot starting next Friday. So I'm just reading a comment here. Let me see who was on board while I wait for Curtis. I sent him a message to bring him in. He's going to hang with us for a little bit. He's going to talk about his the race this weekend in Yuma. He's going to be talking about the classes, what they're doing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we're going to be live for 3 solid days down in Yuma this weekend. So it's going to be pretty fun, man. I'm actually looking forward to this one. It's hometown stuff. It's here in the valley, not the valley, but here in Arizona. So I'm going to enjoy that. It's only 2 hours from me, so I don't have to hop on an airplane. So that's kind of cool. So as soon as I get Curtis on, we're going to get right to it. I'm trying to bring him on now, and I don't know why I can't get him on here. So I'm working on it. Let me do some shout-outs while we wait on Curtis. Today is your day, meaning today's the day that I can sit here and just look at all the area codes and look at everybody and chat with everybody. And over here on YouTube as well, I got about 8 people on YouTube hanging out with us, so we'll get over to you in just a little bit. I am a one-man band. And then right after Curtis, we are going to show you guys how to solder. Todd Soltero is going to show you guys about soldering. I don't know exactly what he has in mind, but all he said was, I'm doing a soldering show. So that's going to be I think that's going to be pretty cool, actually. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to be all on board on the soldering thing, I think. So I don't know what he has in store for you guys, but just hang in there, man. He'll be on in just a little bit. But let's do this. Let's do shout-outs, and then as I wait on Curtis. I don't know if you guys got to see the show last night. Usually on Tech Talk Tuesday, we talk tech, but we did the recap on the big race this past weekend in Lexington, Kentucky. And wow, what a night we had. We were on for 3 hours. We had on Chris Gilliland. We had on Rodney Sinners. What a great night we had last night. So if you guys didn't get a chance to watch the lives from last night, do me a favor, man. Go check it out because it was one good show. It was really good and had a lot of feedback from that. So let's get right to this. Todd Dixon from the 406 is first. What's up, Todd? How are you, my friend? Todd, you're more than welcome to no, that's not Todd Dixon. That's Chris Hobbs. Chris Hobbs is wanting to know about this race this weekend, this 13.5 race that we've all put together. I don't know why I have Disney on back. I was watching Disney while you guys, I don't know what the hell's going on with my TV today. Oh, well. Let's watch Disney. Screw it. Alice Sears, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you, ma'am? I hope you're doing well. I hope everything is up to snuff. I know that you were in the hospital a little while back, so hopefully everything is going okay with you, my friend. Haven't seen you around. You're from the 937. Cody Jarvis from the 316. There's Chris Hobbs. So, Chris Hobbs, you're going to be able to pick Curtis's brain here in just a little bit, man. And you can get right to it, my friend, because Curtis will have Curtis will be right there with you. Let's see. Scott Wilson, 317. Caden Phillips, what are you doing, my friend? What are you up to today, Caden? I saw you messaging me, man. I can't do messages while I'm on the live, my friend. If you want to talk afterwards, I'm more than welcome to talk. Bobby Gregory from 859. Shane Reno, 808. What's up, boys? Jackery Farthing from the 828. Where am I at? Brian Souse. What's up, dude? Clay Keats. What's up, buddy? Caden Phillips. There you are again. Brian. There you are. Biggie Paul. Give you $50 for the Mini Z. Yeah, interesting. Okay. You want to do $50, huh? I'll tell you what. You can do. I'll take $50 minus. I'll give you the box for $50. Vince Rupp. Now I'm dragging today. I'm tired. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night, so bear with me on I don't have as much enthusiasm as I normally do, but I'm going to sit here and do it with you guys as much as I can. Todd should be in around, what time is it, 3:15, about 4:30. But this goes fast. Foster, shout out to everybody tonight. What's up? Shaw Yates 2022. Yeah, that would be, well, Foster and I were talking about doing that this weekend, just having fun and putting ourselves on the ballot for 2022. But there is no, why can't I change this? This is driving me crazy. I can't watch Disney. Oh my goodness. Everybody hang tight. Let me fix this. I can't sit there and look at Disney anymore. So I can't get on. Okay, so then we're just going to call you, Curtis. We will. We'll just call Curtis. He's having a tough time. He's trying to do it through his computer. We'll just get him on the phone as soon as I do the shout-out. So let's get busy. Let's get busy and get Curtis on board, and then we'll go from there. Hang tight, Curtis. I'll be right with you. Mike Hollingworth from the 406. Bo Hollingworth from the 406. Look at you guys. Dane North, what's up? Nothing. Same stuff, diff day. Todd Dixon, RC nominee. There's Jody. Jody, you're going to come see me in a day or two. I'll see you then. Zippy Prout, Michael, 580. Mike Pratt's in the house. There's my boy, Mike. Mike Pratt and Curtis is the one that putting on the show this weekend down in Yuma. So but we're not bringing Mike on. We're just going to bring Curtis. You guys got to stay tuned and listen to Curtis and this 13.5 motor controversy is what I'm going to call it. But we'll get everybody straight on what's going on. I promise you that. Caden Phillips, are you going to Yuma? If you are, I'll see you there. Chris Hilborn's in the house. Paul Kennedy from the 406. Ron Butts, happy hump day from the 503. Thank you, my friend. Anthony Del Grasso. What's up, Anthony? From the 419. Reach out to me after the show, Alice. Yeah, I see that, Todd. You got 4 people from the 406 today. That's cool. Mike Carr, 301. Cody Allen, 419. Leo Barana, 951. Shannon Jackson, 423. Hello, Shannon. How are you? Zippy, again, Caden. You're bringing Uncrustables. I can't wait, Caden. We're just gonna fly through all this, man. Let's get Biggie. Let's get Curtis on the phone. Let's get going. That way we can we can get through the day, and that way everybody can hear and see what's going on. Sam Stanley, how are you, my friend? Give me a second, guys. Let me light this puppy up, and we'll get Curtis on the phone and have some fun. This is fun to me. Roadcaster, we are connected. Let me call Curtis. And anybody that's on the live right now, is anybody heading down to Yuma this weekend, man? Give us a shout out. Give us a hell yeah that you're going down. If you're not, we'll be doing what we always do. We'll be live streaming it for you. I'll be starting on Friday. I'm trying something new this weekend on Friday. So Friday is going to be, it's not only is it going to be test and tune and practice for all of the guys that are racing this weekend. It's going to be test and tune for me. I'm trying out some different camera views and some different drone angles. So I'm going to be testing, and it's so much easier to test when I'm on site, and I can do it, while I'm live. It's much easier because I can get the feedback from you guys, and you guys can tell me, Billy, no, or yes, or how's that look? Feedback from you guys is important because this is why we do this. We do this for you so you guys can, get to see all the racing across the country. You guys always know what I say when it's race time. Grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, as you guys are traveling and getting crazy with all these travels like I do, at least everybody can watch what you're doing. So this Friday when we do go live, I need everybody to be patient. I'm going to be testing some new camera views, and I'm going to be asking for your input 100%. I want to know what you guys think on the new views that I'm going to be doing and the new drone footage that we're going to be doing. I really think it's going to be really cool, man, the way that what we're going to be doing this weekend, and your feedback is 1,000% important to me. So, nice looking one-up bag sitting here. Yeah, dude, they're on my website. Yuma going to be awesome. Todd Kirkwood interested in new combos. Are you heading there, Kirkwood? Who else is going to be? I'm glad you're going to keep at it. I need these live streams. Cody Bridges, yeah. Actually, Sean South, I know what you just said. The Innovation Friday is not going to happen. What you and I talked about this morning, something failed, and I'll tell you about it later. But anyway, let's call Curtis. Let's get right to it and have some fun here. And then, like I said, Todd Soltero is going to be in teaching you guys to do some soldering. So here's the deal. You guys know how it goes here. If you have any questions for Todd while he's explaining soldering and doing what he's doing, please, please, please chime in. That's what we want. That's why we do these shows, is for you guys to learn and you guys to be a part of it. I mean, that's what this is all about, man, is you guys learning what's going on, and we'll just we'll have some fun. Let's call Curtis now and get him on the horn and make sure everybody can hear him.
Welcome to Verizon Wireless. Your call cannot be completed as dialed.
There you go. Yeah, that ain't happening. Hold on. Make sure I got the right number. So anyway, I do have the wrong number. I'm sorry, guys. Holy cow. Here we go. Okay, Curtis Harris coming in hot.
Hey, Bill, you there?
Mr. Harris.
What's going on, buddy?
Same stuff, diff day. Sitting behind a mic, talking to the infamous Curtis Harris.
Well, there's a few letter difference between famous and infamous, that's for sure.
What are you doing, man? How's it going?
It's going good, man. I'm just, don't know this computer stuff very much, and trying to get on that switcher studio wasn't working out for me, so.
That's okay. We'll do it this way. It's fine. Do me a favor. Turn your whatever radio or phone or internet or whatever you have going on in the background. That way we can everybody can hear you, and there's no feedback there. Okay. So
Gotcha.
Let's get right to it, Curtis. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate that, like always, and we're here to talk about the Yuma Nationals, man. And let's just get right to it, man. Tell us, just Go. Just tell us
All
what
right.
from
Well,
Friday. Start from Friday and finish on Sunday.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So actually, starting Thursday afternoon, getting everything set up. So first thing Friday morning, 8 o'clock, track will be ready. I'll have the lights live. We have the stadium lights until 10:30 on Friday night, so we'll be able to practice from 8 a.m. till 10:30 p.m. So give everybody plenty of chances to make their tests with their different vehicles. Now on Friday, we are going to be running the Sportsman Tree, which is the yellow, 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 then green, just for that practice. And then on Saturday, we'll do an instant green for a couple hours so guys can get ready for that. But we are going to run a Sportsman Tree through the practice session on Friday, just so that for the bracket guys, the index guys, they can all work on getting their cars dialed in with the lights. So that, and then, so Friday, all day practice. I do need everybody to, when they get there, to get over to registration, and so I can get everybody in the system, because I'm going to have a fairly good turnout so far. I've already got basically 70 racers, 120 entries as of right now. So getting everybody in the system and, coordinated, and, it's like herding cats. So, keep everybody in line. And then on Saturday, we're going to track open back up at 8, and from 8 to 10 will be open practice. And then that Saturday, obviously, will be 13.5, the NPRC rate classes. So it'll be NPRC 13.5, and then it'll also be Street Outlaw 13.5. That'll be an instant green start. So there'll be no other bulbs in the tree other than the stage lights and the green light and the red light.
Nice.
Okay, so, and then when we switch to Sunday is our bracket class, our 280 index class, and the infamous 13.5 handout class that has created a little bit of controversy.
We call it the controversy class.
Yeah. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of names for it. So
I know, right?
I know. But so what we're basically on that, is just I've got 8 handout motors that you actually were kind enough to pick up and donate.
Yep,
I know that Tim Cedarberg has been trying to get 4 more. We're hoping, it's looking that could possibly happen. So, and what I'm just basically going to do on this, Billy, is obviously, you're the man that forked over the expenses, and I really, really appreciate it.
No worries.
So, and I know you called Frank out, so we're going to have to make that race happen. So,
Frank Greer,
you're going to get one, and Frank Greer is going to get one.
That's good. That'll be fun, man.
It will be. So, as soon as I get the exact answer on these other motors, I'm going to just do an online. I'll just video it. I'm just going to draw the other names out. I got 22 people that have signed in that are willing to try this.
That's cool.
I really wasn't expecting that. I honestly thought I was going to be struggling to find the 8 drivers willing to put a handout motor in, to be honest with you. So, I'll know better for next time. But like I said, I'm not even sure if this is even going to work for this class. We got to try something, just to bring a different class in that not, I guess, people don't have to be quite so serious about. I guess you could put it that way. Like I said, I've got a lot of people that are positive about it. A lot of people are negative about it. I just kind of want everybody to understand that this is just an exhibition race. I am not trying to change any of the rules. I'm not. This is for fun. That's why, you were kind enough to sponsor the motors. I'm not charging any entry fees. This is just something to try. More like a test and tune.
Right.
And just see where it goes from there. So, I've had some people contact me about possibly other motor, manufacturers getting involved with it. And I really don't want to focus on that, for this. This is back to our, like on Friday, we got Joel and Elias, and they're going to go ahead and they're going to be cooking for us Friday night for free.
Whoa. We got a cook on site?
Yeah, they're going to be cooking Friday night. They're going to, and then on Saturday, one of our sponsors is Firehouse Sub, our local Firehouse Sub.
Yeah.
And he does they do a special deal with this. It's usually $6 for a sandwich and a bag of chips. and we just place an order and they'll deliver them. So
$6 for a sandwich and a bag of chips.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at.
That's pretty that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really help us out with it, and it's right around the corner. We're actually where our location's at. Within a mile, you've got all your major fast foods. There's Buffalo Wild Wings, who's also a sponsor for us. We have the Firehouse Subs.
Yep.
So within, it's real close. It's in a really good location as far as for food availability. There's the park itself has some, the actual concrete bathrooms that are a little bit further away in the parking lot. So we have porta potties. We'll have 2 regulars and 2 handicap, porta potties that'll be clean, freshly delivered.
Sweet. I love it.
Right at the racetrack. So we're trying to make it as fun as possible, and we really like to try to put on an event that's just more memorable and more on the fun side. Honestly, that's kind of one of the reasons I don't do a huge entry fee. It's more of the making it more of a national event than a cash day event.
You said a word that disturbs me.
Okay.
Fun. You said fun. Did you say the word fun?
Yeah, it's that ugly 3-letter word that people seem to be having a hard time with anymore. Usually it's 4-letter words, but apparently this, maybe I should say fun.
It's going to be a blast.
There we go.
This 13.5 exhibition that we're going to do, you guys, is going to be fun. That's what it's going to be, is fun. And I can't wait to go toe to toe with Mr. Frank Greer. I'm going to just do the best I can, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be, I'm sure there's going to be some, some money going around on who's going to win that race or not. I'm sure. That'll be a little bit of excitement there. Another thing I want to just mention real quick too is that we were able to come up with enough sponsors to cover the event expenses. So 100% of the registration fees is going back to the drivers.
Nice.
And so it will be a full payback. I'm going to do a 3-way split: 1, 2, first, second, third. 70% is going to go to first place. 20% goes to second place, and 10% goes to third place.
Awesome. I love it.
So, yeah. So, everybody, try to give everybody a little sliver of the pie that we can, of course, like I said, we're just trying to make it, like I said, an enjoyable time, a memorable time. We're going to have 2 days, a full day of practice, 2 days of racing. We've got lights until, 11 o'clock at night each night, except for Friday night, until 10:30 is all. We keep the tree up as long as anybody's willing to make passes down the track. We'll be printing time slips, and if you want to dredge race with somebody, don't hesitate to come up and ask. We're really flexible on that kind of stuff. Once the racing's over with, we got a few of us are actually staying on site, so the track stays up, the entire time. So we won't be tearing down and setting up. And,
nice.
So, yeah. So, you've been a big support on this. I really appreciate it. And,
no worries. I'm in it to win it with you, man. I told you that. I told you that. I told you that down in Texas, man, or on the way. You and I talked a lot from here to.
When you got 31 hours of windshield time, there's plenty of.
I was going to say.
We could have made it real.
I was going to say the same thing. We had 30 hours to chit chat, and I told you, man. I said, listen. For you to do what you did and come all the way down to Texas for me, anything I can do to help with your race, I will. And just the beauty about it is we're going to be streaming your race. It's going to be worldwide. It's going to be really good. We're going to have a lot of people on board. Check it out. So I just hired a guy today. Nobody knows this. My wife don't even know this.
Uh-oh.
No. He did. No. Wait. Time out. He did not come to work for me full time. He is now my new YouTube creator. So what's going to happen is we're going to be changing up how we do things now at the track. So this This just happened this morning. I just brought him on board. Thank you, Mike. Not Mike Pratt. This is the guy's name that's going to be joining me. He's going to be taking pictures, videos. He's going to start doing 10 to 15-minute clips for YouTube. Wait till you see how great this kid is. This kid is absolutely amazing. I seen his work, and this kid is wicked bad. And so not only are you guys going to be so from here starting, it won't start till probably the end of next week because I've got to get him the video. I went and I already had a camera, so I'll have a camera there. And what he's going to do, Curtis, he's going to take every little snippet of your race, and he's going to create this whole thing for you, and it's going to be great, man. When he's done, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
That's awesome, and that it just adds that little extra,
Yep.
little extra to it, and that's what a lot of these events I think are kind of getting away from, and me, like I said, I go for the spectacle of it, I guess if you want to call it, and and don't get me wrong, I've chased the carrot too, man, looking for that big money prize myself, and I think there's a place and there's a time for both of them, so. But that's kind of a personal opinion. I've been trying to stay out of it as much as possible on a lot of these things. But for the most part, I know that we're going to see some fast guys there this week, or this weekend for sure.
Yep.
I got it posted on my site. The people that have already pre-registered. And the big names are coming, and that's always a fun thing. And I'm looking forward to seeing the 2-3 pass or the 2-0 passes or less. Last year I think that 2-2 was one of the fastest passes last year. So and everybody's getting faster. That's for sure. And so,
yes. What? How many entries did you say you have?
Well, a total of 120 for all the classes. I can get my book open here.
Yeah, that's cool.
Outlaw is my biggest class. Outlaw right now has 56 entries. There's 26 in 13.5. There's 26 in bracket, and there's a dozen right now in the 280 index class. So that's not including the exhibition race.
Going to be good.
So
okay.
Yeah, that's just these are people that have actually pre-registered. So I'm looking for a good turnout. I think it's about twice as big as it was last year already. So and last year we had a good time. Another thing I want to kind of put out there real quick is, this is a qualifying setup. So you're going to be guaranteed, depending on the number of entries, I'm hoping I can stick with the 4 qualifiers, and then you'll start elimination round. So this isn't a one and done by any means. So if the entry levels get to a certain point, we may have to do 2 qualifiers, but you're going to be guaranteed either 3 or 5 races minimum, which, so it's, you're going to have plenty of time on the on the track, and it's a good opportunity to have some fun. That's for sure. So.
Yeah. And oh, by the way, I will be down tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I'm going to come in because I want to do some testing on some cameras, and I don't really ever. I'll be honest. I don't really ever get a chance to. I don't get a chance to. I just show up at these races. I start just throwing cameras up and hope.
Yeah. Well, that's what. Well, we tried getting to Texas a little bit early, but apparently, the state of Arizona just didn't want us leaving.
Yeah.
That extra 10 hours or so sitting there, turned it into that mad dash when we got there. But we made the best of it that we did, and it actually turned out to be a really good time down there. Met some really good people, and we've got a couple of them coming this way. The Campbells, Lisa and Scott, they're headed this way right now for this. So so they're really good to meet with, and so we got California, Arizona, Nevada, Texas, all being represented here, for this Southwest Nationals, which is what it should be. It should be, not just an Arizona race, not a California race. When you refer to that, and like with T Sweat, West and what they've been talking about doing, I'm pretty excited about that, and
Yeah.
having that, the representation, and points and stuff, and so.
So really quick, I've got some questions that people are throwing up right now.
Okay.
But let me give a shout out to somebody that's watching right now, Gregory Chapa out of Houston. Greg and I had a really good conversation today. So, Mr. Chapa, thanks for taking my phone call. That was pretty cool, man. Can't wait to talk more to Mr. Chapa in the future. Paul Kennedy is asking a question, and I'll let you answer it.
Mm-hmm.
It's, what's the 2.80 index class?
So what that is it's really similar to bracket, other than your dial-in is set. So basically the index is 280. So you have to run as close to 280 without going under. So it's it's a heads-up race side by side, but the track, we set the time as a 2800. So if you run a 2799, you break out, and that's not good. But if you run a 2801, that's awesome. So what it is it's a tuning, an opportunity to tune. It's more of a tuner's class and a driver's class. So it really involves your reaction time with the lights and how well you are making your car run consistent. So, and the 280 is just a number that I chose because of the spirit of this class is based around the RTRs that have come out, trying to support, the Associated and the Losi and the Traxxas.
Right.
And all three of those vehicles will, with a little bit of gearing and maybe some tire work, they'll all run 280s. Matter of fact, we're running, me and Christy, myself, we're running box stock DR10s. I did change the speed controller out because they have a pretty bad hesitation, and I threw a set of reactions on it, and I geared it 28 on the pinion and 72 on the spur, and that went 2.810s, 2.799. It was real, on the first pass, but it was right at the low 2.8 for a dial-in. So, and that's a box stock DR10 stock chassis stock. Like I said, I did change out the speed controller to a Traxxas VXL.
Yeah.
3. So,
Sweet.
yeah, so that's what that is. It's just but it's, I'm not limiting it to, those, the RTRs. But that's kind of the spirit behind it is, I kind of like personally, I like the hot rod look, I like the muscle cars,
Yeah.
and that, so, but that's what it is. I know I kind of drugged that out, but it's just that the 280 is the number you got to get as close to without going under.
No, you're fine. That's what this is all about. This is about teaching people, because we have so many new people to drag racing, bro. And it's so this is what they come on and explain stuff to people. You've been doing it for long enough, and it gives the guys that don't understand, like bracket and 13.5 or whatever we're talking about, whatever we're running, it gives them a chance to learn about it. And that's what I love about bringing like you on to do stuff like this. Speaking of Gregory Chapa, he says they run a 3.0 index in Houston, and the racers really like it. He said,
"Yeah, it is a lot of fun, and here's the great part about it is you're really racing yourself. So when you go up there, the guy next to you isn't going to be the one to beat you. The racer next to you is you're going to beat yourself is usually what happens.
Right.
It's either, so that's what, and it makes it a lot of fun, and I don't know if you've seen, we just take, Texas, we'll take South Padre. If you've seen the atmosphere, on Sunday in the bracket class, it turns it into more of a camaraderie, because, you're really not having to be faster than the guy next to you. You're not having to stress and figure that out. Who's got the faster motor? Who's got the the faster car? Now it's like, okay, who can get as close to it without going under? Who can react the quickest? So it becomes, it's more of that hands-on skill, and not, and it's also a learning curve. So you can learn and grow with it, and where compared to bracket. So we'll just compare this with bracket. Bracket, the racer sets his time. An index, the track sets the time.
right.
So, and a lot of times what you do is you can change that number up between events. You can go from a 280 to a 290 to a 300, it's a 30 like they're doing in Texas there, So you can actually change it up. So, you do have to, work with the car. You are going to have to, that's kind of one of my things for it. And I just want to try it out. We didn't do it last year. We just stuck with the NPRC, 13.5 and the Outlaw. So this year we decided to expand, into the bracket class and the index class to open it up for more racers.
Cool.
And with these two classes, you don't have to be super fast. You don't have to have a ton of money to come out and have, and race and be competitive. So that's kind of the reason for this. So.
I'm just reading through comments here.
Yeah.
So Lisa and Scott Campbell, are you guys driving right now? Because if you are, I'm going to laugh at you. If Lisa Campbell and Scott are driving right now, when you go through El Paso, good luck.
Watch Landsberg too.
Lordsburg.
Oh, Lordsburg. That's what it was. Lordsburg.
Right. And then, so you said you had 22 people signed up for the 13.5 exhibition, right?
Yeah, I've got 22 people wanting to come in, but right now the only thing we're positive on is the 8 motors that you were able to get for us.
Yeah, what stinks is they called
right now. Tim did try to. He ordered 4 more, and to cover the cost on them. But he just messaged me. It looks like they're going to get here, but of course, the shipping. They give you the initial shipping, and then they do the old. Well, actually, here's when it's really going to arrive thing. So, but
yeah.
He just messaged me just as you called me, so I really didn't get a chance to go do that. But
yeah, I wish I would have. I know I knew you told me that, but if I would have got involved, we could have had him here a lot quicker. But because I talked to Trinity 2 days ago about some other things I'm working on, and they told me that somebody had already ordered them, but they're not sure when they were going to ship. So that stinks. Hopefully you get them, man, because it'll be.
Yeah, well, it's still not. The original plan was the 8. Like I said, I wasn't expecting 22 people to, want to get on board with this.
That's good. That's fun.
Your enthusiasm on it, and that's honestly, it's good to see that, And hey, you know what? Who cares if it fails? I mean, at least it's trying something, right? And,
heck yeah.
I mean, heck, when all racing, we'll race shoe boxes with tires on them if that's all we have available to us, right? Like I said, racing started as soon as 2 people stood side by side next to each other, and that's when racing started. So,
you know what? I'm curious. I think because once we're doing that on Sunday, correct?
Yeah, Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah. Sunday fun day.
So Sunday is going to, so tomorrow, well, no, not tomorrow. I'm not going to go live tomorrow because I'm going to be traveling to you. But Friday, when we go live Friday and start testing, again, I'm going to be testing on Friday. I want to try different angles, different camera views, some different stuff. And I did check this morning that we will be able to put drones in the air. I checked down with the airport because I have a way to check those things. So we will have drones in the air with your race. The drone thing, man, is just it's getting pretty cool. And this drone, I've got another drone that I'm going to be picking up in the morning. I'm going to be testing it. And we'll see how that's going to go because, man, the camera on this drone that I've coming, I was working on something. I'm not going to say it over the air, but I was working on something with a certain drone, but I found out that drone will not work with my software. So we're going to try something different for you. But we will make sure that you get a ton of exposure, my friend. It's going to be really good. And especially on this exhibition, I want a lot of people to understand what it's all about, man.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's just another opportunity, right? It's just something to, a fixed motor. I know everybody's got, like I said, we can bounce back and forth and the positives and the negatives, and it's always a double-edged sword. But the idea is, is you got to try something because obviously, we've seen there's a lot of people unhappy with the way the class is going currently.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with it. I honestly, I'm just going to throw it out there. I think there should be a 13.5 outlaw class.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, just have a 13.5 outlaw class, and then, because there are the guys that just want to make that car go faster and faster and faster. And they want to squeeze every bit out of it they can, and that's what racers do. And I don't have a problem with that. And I support it. And but on the other hand, when you only have two classes that are available and both are based around that, the future of the sport is the people coming into it. It's not the people that are already in it. Like me and you talked, I'm already in it. I mean, I'm already an addict. So, the hook's setting me, so, you ain't got to catch me now. Now we,
right.
I've already done that, but we got to keep it. And, we got to, who's going to be the next Mark Vine? Who's going to be the next, Frank Greer? Who's going to be the next one? That's what we need to be focusing on is, or not focus on it, but we have to be aware of it.
Right.
And that's kind of what's happened is that the clash just blew up so fast and went, that it, I felt that it kind of got away from, the entry level thing. And I understand, that there's mixed feelings on that, on what the class was originally designed for. But most of us, we looked at it as a 13.5 was kind of like, hey, you can come in, kind of cut your teeth on racing, and you could build a car that you could advance into the outlaw class with. So, you weren't building, a bunch of different cars. And there's going to be the racers that are always going to do that. They're going to have their own cars, and they're going to have multiple cars, and they're going to have multiple motors and that. But you also want to have classes where people that just want to come out and race and have a good time, that don't want to have to travel, to multiple states and with all the expense, just with the opportunity to only maybe race once or twice. So, that's kind of my thing. I don't think it'll ever be at a big race of thing. I think it's going to be more of a local, and a lot of the clubs will, and I'm seeing that more and more, where people are chiming in with, from Texas there, they run the 3.0 index class, and, they're keeping it alive. And that's what this is just kind of about. I was just doing it so somebody could come to the nationals and actually have something they could race in, and we weren't limiting it to just the fastest of the best, and the best,
right.
kind of thing. So.
Let me answer a couple questions here. Rocky Fortenberry. His name is Curtis Harris, my friend. He is the one that's putting on the race in Yuma, the Southwest Nationals this weekend. So that's who's on the phone, and I saw Christy also put your name up there. Thanks, Christy. Yes. Here, I'll just answer the question. The answer to your question, where'd he go? Jason Vicars. Yes, I will have the first ever FPV racing drone at a drag race. Rocky, you just ruined it for everybody, my friend. Thank you for that. I'm just kidding, dude. Everybody knew I was bringing the FPV drone. I think I even think that Captain Chopper Bob might come down and do some racing with these drones with us. It's going to be pretty cool. I think he might head down Saturday after the shop closes. And if Captain Chopper Bob comes down, you guys are in for a treat. I can fly the FPV drones. I'm okay at it. But Chopper Bob is badass, man. So if he comes down and hangs out with us, you guys are going to see some footage that you've never seen. So it'll be pretty good. Let's see. Somebody said, did you say 13.5 Outlaw? Yes, Sean South, he did. I like it. Jason Vickers. Gregory Chapa says, another class we run in Houston is box stock. Again, a growing class we're having good growth with.
See, I love hearing stuff like that.
Yeah.
I love hearing both of those. I love hearing the outlaw, the 13.5 outlaw, and I love hearing the box stock, because, there's people that are, keeping this alive, So I love hearing that, I see here where Lisa said, Scott says hello. He's actually doing the driving. So they are they're on the way. So
good luck with that. they're coming all the way from Texas, South Texas too, and man, is that that's a drive. Caden Phillips, you're going to have to talk to him yourself off the air, my friend. I don't know what that means. WebRC videos. Let me hop over to YouTube. Say hi to everybody on YouTube. Jessica Hyde, you are busy this evening, my friend. Woo-wee. You got a lot of comments, my friend. Dino Thompson over on YouTube. Thank you. Visalia RC Drag Racing. Thank you. Michael Roy. Alan Fisher. Thank you from the 478 Central Georgia. Appreciate it. The X, the Taz is in the house. Alfredo Rodil, 480. Thank you, man. Presto ESW 310. Sheesh, he says. Jessica Hyde is busy with the comments. I cannot. Jessica, that's too many comments for me. Eddie Wells, I think okay, so here we go. Eddie Wells says, I think arranging classes is great. Brings more people in RC racing. You agree with that, Curtis?
I do agree with that. It's just that double-edged sword. You got to be careful that you don't, you really don't want to take away from a class. But, there's, if you look at any form of successful racing, whether it's, from NASCAR, NHRA, we can look at ROAR, we can look at IFMOS. They all have different classes for a reason, and that is for growth, So, I mean, you just can't go out there and put somebody in a Formula One car. That's just never going to happen, right? So, but what do you see now? I mean, look at these shows that are, and you go to these tracks now, these kids are, they're in kart racing at, 8, 10 years old. Man, I mean, when we were that age, man, we were lucky if we had a bicycle that had, cool handlebars and a, a banana seat on the back, that kind
I haven't heard that in a while. Hey, I got, hey, everybody, I'm going to welcome to the show is Todd Soltero. What's up, Todd?
What's up, man?
Curtis Harris is on the line.
What's up, Curtis?
What's
How
up,
you doing?
Todd? Doing good.
We're talking about the race this weekend, man.
I'm so bummed.
You're not going?
I have to go get my daughter from California.
Well, you're going right through Yuma.
I wish. I tried every angle to manipulate.
No, listen
scam.
to me. Listen to me. Pop in, pull the trigger, A to B, go to California. It's that simple.
Yeah, I have a breakout. That's what they do.
But yeah, Curtis, a lot of people are chiming in on different classes and what's up, Nick? How are you, my friend? And everybody's excited. I'm telling you, this is going to be fun this weekend. And I can't wait to. So here's the deal, Todd. We're talking about we're doing an exhibition class.
13.5.
Yeah, 13.5. So you know all about it just because Curtis put it up and it went like this. It blew up on him.
It does. It does do that because I know from experience why it does that.
Okay, go ahead. What's up?
So when we did the NPRC rules, right?
Okay.
So there was me and a few other guys, and I was like, well, why don't we bring in key guys from every region? Let's try that. So we did, and it turned into the biggest mess you've ever seen, to the point where we had to end up just cutting everybody out, and like 6 of us came up with the rules because it was so bad.
Really?
It was that bad.
How many guys showed up?
Yeah, I was. I was there on that, and I finally just said, "Look, you guys come up with the rules and let me know, and we'll just race those rules."
And you saw we tried to put up stuff that was tangible. We tried to put up stuff that made sense, and no matter what angle we went at, they were like, it's not good enough for me, or it's not good enough for this area, or it's not. I'm like, man, like,
wow,
we're never gonna
the water's too wet, the sky's too blue.
It was rough, like.
Yeah.
And then the one that's killing me right now is we need to create, like, we need to make it fair. People complaining it's not fair.
Okay, I'm listening.
Like, we need to level the playing field. I'm just done hearing about leveling the playing field.
Yeah.
What we need to, I had an idea, and I talked to you about it.
Yep.
And I feel, this is just me. I'm nobody, but this is what I feel. I feel we need to have a pro-level class. So anybody that has a motor sponsor, an electronic sponsor, a chassis sponsor, any major component of that car, if you have any of those, you're a pro driver.
Pro class.
You're in the pro class. That gives those guys, like when we were in, for instance, right here, Topeka, man, just you know what's going on behind you, Billy, and watching some of these guys race. Me, Frank, Mark. The look on their face was like, "Well, I'm going home."
Yeah.
And you know that to me isn't good for the sport at all.
Right.
You know, and I think there needs to be a pro class and the street outlaw class. Now, if you choose to race in the pro class, I don't want to hear about we need to level the playing field.
Yeah.
You signed the waiver, you X the box, you got drugged, that's on you.
That's, man, you're, you know, and I'm going to say it, and you guys know it, you're opening up another can of worms.
But it's not really because there's no worms. Like, there's a lot of guys that don't have sponsors. There's more unsponsored people than there are
sponsored. Yeah.
And you know, for the health of the sport, right? Because that's what it is. It's a sport.
Sure.
It's a hobby.
Sure, it's a hobby.
The health of it, right? Let's take out the fact that every time these guys go to race with us, right, that they're going to risk getting murdered by assassins because these guys out there are fast. They're fast, you know, and it's not saying we take the money away from them. We have $20,000 pots. How come we can't have a $15,000 pot and a $9,000 pot? And some of us pro guys who have sponsors talk to our sponsors and get our sponsors to pony up some money.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
really
with you, man.
Do it in this way. You know that average Joe and his son, that this is the only trip they take all year.
I get it.
Spend all their money.
Right.
They have a better chance of coming home with some money.
I got it. Todd, you and I have sat here and we talked about it. I don't know how many times. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Because basically what you know you're saying is, if I'm new to the sport and I'm going to drive from California to, let's just say, Texas, and you got to go up against, you know, Mark Vine and Frank Ulbrich and Jeff Zuccarello and Chris Gilliland and now Rodney Sinners, dude, you cringe. Yeah. You're like, let's see, hold on, I'm spending, you know, hundreds and thousands of dollars to travel, and then I get to go out there and
maybe get one round. Maybe.
I'm with you, man. I mean, I'm curious to see the feedback. Everybody that's on the please give us some feedback. We got 54 people over here, and we got 22 over here. I would love some feedback on a pro and non-pro class. You know, I want to see what everybody says.
And that should be a 13.5 thing too. You guys are in the infancy of that with the right idea of the 13.5 motor, right?
Right.
So we have the 13.5 Outlaw motor, and then we have the 13.5 Trinity motor that you can't do anything with, right?
Correct.
So, pro 13.5 if we need it. Everybody else is 13.5.
Yeah, man. Listen, I'm
Well,
with
you could do expert. You could do, you know, novice. You could do a sportsman class. You know that.
Yeah,
I mean,
but like some of us guys just shouldn't be racing 13.5. Period. I mean, unless we're racing against other guys who have spent the same money, who have the motors with the custom rotors and the custom bearings, and they've been shimmed, and they spent $250, and they have the top batteries and the top chassis and the top everything. I mean, realistically, those guys become donors. They donate to our cause.
I hate that word, man.
But
I know, I got it. You know,
but that's
I get it.
You know, but that's a viable thing, though. You don't want to take that away. You don't want to take that. You know, if somebody wants to spend $3,000 on a car, that's their prerogative. Yes. I have no problem with somebody doing that.
Absolutely, I have no problem with it either.
You know, my thing is that I just, you know, there should be something like you're saying here with the pro class where you can even use a number. Say, okay, you know, you run faster than 210, well, then you're in the pro class. If you're, you know, because you could take away from people trying to sandbag, you know, and say, well, then heck, I'll just, you know, I could be fast. I'm not a sponsored driver. Yeah. But you can even use a breakout number. Not that you break out and lose. You break out. You just got to move up.
Yeah, you know, but anytime, you know, like so say we have that right definite class, and just like in off-road racing, you go race and you win a beginner class so many times you get bumped up.
Mm-hmm.
You know you know that the top 10 guys that counts as one. You get top 10. 3 times, you're good enough to race the pro class. Move up,
right?
You know.
I was getting worried.
Yeah, I was getting worried somewhere, though. You know, and you know, being open minded, and that's what I think. For me, it really surprised me when I did this thing. I thought I was doing it Billy found, was willing to sponsor me the 8 motors. I had him looking for me, and then he just said, "Look, dude, don't even worry about it. I got you covered on it," And I was like, "Right on, man." And I'm thinking this is gonna be so much fun, man. And then all of a sudden, it was just like the negativity and the closed-mindedness of these people are just set in their ways and
down a little bit. Down a little bit.
So anyway, yeah, we don't have. Yeah.
No, you're fine. We're showing everybody we're showing everybody the motor that everybody's racing this weekend. It's kind of hard to see it when that, but this is the motor that we got from Trinity. So it's called the Equalizer. It's lock timing.
Yeah.
So fixed.
Can't do anything.
You can't do anything with this. It's over.
Yeah.
You can't do anything. I can't wait, dude. I can't wait to race Frank Greer.
Frank Greer.
I'm going to get my ass spanked. You know what? That's what I need to do tomorrow. Curtis, I'm coming down early. Shh, don't tell Frank to just practice.
Frank. Oh, yeah. We'll keep it on the down low right here. This is where you do it.
Yeah. Here's the motor that we're going to be bringing down. We have 8 of these, so it's pretty cool. I like the fact they put on there illegal if removed.
That motor's been around for a long time.
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, this was just a motor that I had found, or actually another racer told me about a while back, and because I was looking for something like that, just and I said, well, it already kind of fits all the needs. It's got the sticker on it, it's got the serial number. I mean, nothing's tamper proof, but it's pretty tamper resistant. It's tamper resistant for the person that
those who want to be honest will stay. It'll keep.
Yeah,
those
it's
right.
honest.
That's what locks only keeps the honest person honest. Kind of thing. So and then the handout thing, I get it. But I'll tell you, what kind of got me on this was years and years ago. I was running on-road racing back in the '90s, and we did a series, a 10-race series, and we all bought the same motor, and we all turned them into the track. And then every week you picked a motor. You just reached in and grabbed a motor out, and then after so many races, the gentleman that owned the track, he put new brushes in them and new springs, and we did that. And so then there were differences in the motors. But it was a point series. So when you got the good motor, well, you really had to drive good, and then you could make up points. And it got to the end. I mean, it was a points battle, and it was so much fun. And that was it was a handout motor series. But each one of us drivers bought the motor and just turned it in. And then you got a new one every week. And we were watching, making sure guys weren't putting scratches on them in certain places. Because you would, this motor's man, and you'd be like, oh man, this motor just runs so much better than the one I had last week. But that's all part of it. Yes. And something like this. And if you don't make it about the huge money on something like this, you get the people that aren't in it for the money still stay involved. And it supports the people that are in it to make the money. Yeah. I guess that's just kind of what I'm looking at. But, well, Billy, I know you got a lot of other things that you got to get.
You're good. No.
Oh, okay. Well, I enjoy this, but I don't want to
hold on. Whoa. You and I opened up a can of worms here. Hold on. When I said, you're not gonna let me out. Hold on. When I said let's hear what everybody has to say, let me tell you what they have to say. Here we go. So hold on. Let me move through this.
Yeah.
Let me back up a little bit here, because I said anybody want to chime in, they chimed in. So
okay.
Hang on a second. Jennifer, love the pro class idea. Okay, so we keep going back. Wow, we got a lot. Okay, hold on.
We opened a can of worms.
Worms are open, man.
They just dumped it out.
It's
on the
okay
table.
though. This is how we fit. But when you
solve problems.
This is how we solve problems. When we put it all on the round table, then we all look at it and read it and think about it. Because what I've learned with what we do, Todd and Curtis, is when like I think we opened up something last night or last Friday, or I don't remember what it was, and we let everybody speak what they thought. Yeah. Because if anybody has a better idea or something to give us to help us or promoters or race coordinators,
absolutely,
it helps everybody. So let's see what we got. Let's look at these worms. Let's see. Jeff Cook, that makes people chase it more. Don't do that. Shannon Jackson says pro class with bigger buy-ins.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I like that. That's pretty good.
I'm confident in my abilities, even though I suck, and that's me on the TV right here.
Is that you up there right now?
Yeah, let's see.
Let's see what happens.
Oh, this is probably bad.
Is this bad?
Probably.
Oh, no. I can't turn it.
Oh!
Yeah.
I had my car.
I'll turn it next time.
My car took a beating the day before, and it was done.
Okay, here we go. It goes. We're going way back, Curtis.
Okay.
Let's see. Todd ain't lying. Okay, no. You will never make everyone happy. Blah 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 blah. 13.5.
No.
Jason. Blah 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 blah. Hold on. We got a lot going on here. I want everybody. I want to put everybody on the spot because. Okay, right here. It's right. This is right where you sat down and where we got going. So Lisa Campbell says, "Okay, hi Todd. Todd Dixon, TODD. Okay, yeah. Jesus. Todd Kirkwood. So yeah. Hey Kerr. Hang on. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go. Jason for cars. Drag racing slot cars now in PRC. Drag racing has never really faded away. Money ? Love for building ? Can't put my finger on it, but awesome. That's from Jason for cars. Todd Dixon says you can't post anything about 13.5 without people going crazy. Amen to that. I'll give you that. Vince Ruppnow, 13.5 Outlaw. No. Sorry, guys. Vince Ruppnow says 13.5 Outlaw. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Paul Kennedy says you will never make everybody happy. Agreed.
No.
I don't listen.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
Curtis, Todd, not just in anything.
Right.
I mean, I had breakfast this morning with my wife. You can't make everybody happy. I'm sorry the bacon was not crispy enough. Brian Elkins, Todd ain't lying. LOL. Lisa Campbell, just like off road, which is we're talking about the motors. Okay.
Yeah.
Caden Phillips says pro class even have teammates. Great point on the pro class. So far we're not going too crazy now. I'm not reading that one. Sean South says yes, pro class. Carl Bauer says it's outlaw. Yes. Caden Phillips, Todd 100% right. Todd Dixon says can't make any opinions without opening a can of worms. Okay, yeah. Sponsorships will mean everything.
Yeah.
Will mean even more. That came from Sean South.
Yeah.
That makes people chase it more. We already talked about that. Very good points, Todd. I just want to see. See. I'm looking for that negative Nelly.
I had someone tell me, it would water it down, and
maybe it needs to be watered down.
And their reason was, super nice guy. I love this guy to death, and he was like, I don't want to see the regular guys race. I only want to see you guys race.
Well,
and I get that.
It's not happening.
That's not happening.
No.
There's honestly, you want to see us race?
Yes.
Put a race on where like the 20 of us are going to show up. And you'll see a race.
This sport.
The rest of us are all people trying to get there.
But this sport needs the newcomers. If we're going to continue this every day and we're going to continue this going down this road, this path, we need those new guys coming in. Exactly. I proved that last Wednesday. When we sat here, Curtis, I don't know if you saw that or not, but we had one of those Traxxas DTS ones.
Yes.
And I gave it away. And I said, listen, the only way I'm going to give this away is you have to be new to the sport or hobby, whatever you want to call it, but you got to plead your case.
Yeah.
We had 10 guys from all over the country that we put them on the spot and talked to them. And every one of them, Todd and Curtis, was new.
That's good.
And they're just growing their hobby. They're growing their groups. They're growing everything. And the women that are coming out to race now, I'm seeing more and more ladies come out. It's crazy.
No, it's fantastic. But for something to continually grow, they have to feel like they're competitive, right? I get everybody wants to race the fastest in the country, but there's a lot of really, really fast guys that have zero sponsors.
Yeah.
Zero.
Yeah.
Really fast.
No, I agree.
So, yeah, but you know what this would give? This would give an opportunity for those really, really fast guys to pick up sponsors.
Absolutely.
You go to let's just use my race. Not to put a plug in here, but
you're fine.
Okay. So somebody comes here, on Saturday for the NPRC side. They just the original classes. That's it. You've got Outlaw and you got 13.5, and I'm running the rules that were set for that. I mean, and I follow those rules. I mean, I didn't vary from those rules in those two classes. Right. Other than, I should say that in the 13.5, I do allow the 3300 TV motor from the associated DR10 to run in the 13.5. that's just, I did it last year and I carried it over this year. And we all know that it's not a performance advantage, but it does allow somebody with that motor to stay in the class. But kind of getting off subject. So, but what you got to look at is now on Sunday, so you can come Saturday and watch the fast guys. And then on Sunday, you can bring your slash 2-wheel drive out and run bracket, and you can start racing, because right now there's nothing, at these big events, there's nothing for those people. There's nothing for those people that, you might get that person that says, man, I'm enjoying this. Let's get that, that 5-star chassis sit right in front of you right there. I'm in, man. Let's do this. But you try to bring somebody new in right now, it's intimidating. Even for some experienced racers to go from off-road into this, we've seen that. Just because you're fast in one form of racing doesn't make you fast in all forms.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no, for sure.
Yeah.
I agree. It's intimidating as all get out.
And I honestly think that that watching, having the 20 fastest guys in their own class, you talk about some great racing. Then, if you really look at it that way,
okay,
it's,
let's do it.
You're gonna have the fastest, tightest, closest racing you've ever seen.
I'm going to put it together.
Yep.
I'm going to do the invite today. We're going to invite the 20 of the best of the best.
Is that what we're going to do in the Caribbean?
Yes.
I'm number 22.
Todd says I'm number 22.
Always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
Hey,
right?
listen, I'll be honest with you about let's talk about it for about 30 seconds. Let's talk about the Caribbean Clash in Puerto Rico. I'm telling you guys right now, I am about 80 to 85% it's happening. I'm talking to Janito. I'm talking to all the guys over in Puerto Rico, man.
The freaking Ricans.
At the freaking Ricans. So that the Puerto Rico is a whole different animal.
Absolutely.
And so I wish I could kind of share the conversation, but I'm waiting on something. So it'll be good. Jeff Cook Jr., that's half the game, mental man. That's half the game, mental. That's half the game, mental man. Look past the pro stuff. Sorry, I had to think about that. Read that. Jason Fakar is the privateer. Pick his poison. We need an invitational race. I agree.
You know what we really need?
Tell me.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Right now, because
we need to secure Westworld and throw the biggest, baddest race anyone's ever seen right here in Arizona.
It's already happening in March. We've already talked about this.
That's what we need to do. See, look at that. It's happening.
It's already happening, man. We're not today. It's about Curtis's race. We'll talk about my race a different day. Tim Cederberg says amateur, expert, and pro classes. Yes. Brian Elkins says I don't need a sponsor to race with any of these guys. Yeah, agreed. He doesn't.
Brian's
good.
Brian. You need to stop. You are your own sponsor, Mr. Hot Band Tire Cookers.
Yeah, right.
Come on, buddy. I've raced with you personally. You are no slouch, so you can stop. Your sponsor is Hot Band's Tire Cookers.
Yeah, you do have a sponsor, Brian.
You can stop, dude.
Let's see.
That's
okay.
one good dude, man, bro.
Yeah. Mike Carr, I agree with Tom. Dan Rios, love the idea of a pro class. Vince Rupnow, I'm nervous no matter who I line up against.
Yeah.
Okay. Brian Addison, I like it. So far, no negative Nellies yet. I don't care. Those sponsor guys don't scare me. That's from Paul Roth. Rodney Sinner says, I have no sponsors. Get out of here, Rodney. You named off 50 last night.
And that's good for those guys that don't care and they want to get in the mix.
Yeah.
Check the box.
Yeah.
What? Come run with us. We want you to.
Right.
But we want the guys that the average Joe to not have to worry about checking that box.
Agree with you.
And come have fun.
I agree with you, dude. Like I said, I'm going to go back and say we've talked about it.
No, we have.
I like the fact if you know that you're traveling to one of these big races and you know that you have a different class that you have a chance in, is not a bad deal.
No.
Okay, let me keep going. Jennifer Poirier says, love the pro class idea. David Greer says they can be beaten on any given race day. Agreed.
Absolutely.
Agreed, David, 100%. Let's see. Paul Roth makes me faster running with the fast guys. Agreed. Biggie Paul, what do you consider a pro driver?
You,
Biggie.
You have sponsors, Biggie.
Yeah, Biggie.
Let's see. Breakout.
Biggie, the answer to that is if he beats you, then you guys call him a pro.
Desert
So that way you don't feel
Hobbies.
bad when you lose, right?
Rockwell. Yeah, Biggie's got some sponsors. Pro Biggie.
Yeah. Biggie Paul. Let's see. Tim Barr says, damn, it's going to turn into a shit show like off-road has. Same class broke up 10,000 times.
It's not really breaking it up. We're just one class. It's the same thing. If
Okay.
you have sponsors,
Right.
you're a pro driver.
So,
It's basically one or the other you can race.
yeah.
I'm not trying to break it up into 10 classes. That would be ridiculous. The rules are exactly the same for both classes. All we're doing is taking the non-sponsor guys and giving them the option to run in this class where they can still win
Yeah.
$5,000, $6,000, $7,000.
Yeah.
Or you can jump in this class and race all these heavy hitters and have a chance to win maybe 12 or 15,000.
Give them choices.
You have a choice.
So let me ask you a
That's
question.
what's happening right now. That's it. But right now you don't have an option. You either go in and up against the heavy hitters.
Yep.
So let me ask you. Let me ask you a question, Curtis, of what he just said right now. Do you allow that same guy to run in both classes?
No.
No.
It's one or the
One or
other.
the other.
No.
Done.
One or the other.
I like it.
Pretty
Yep.
simple.
Nice and easy. Paul Kennedy says, I'm new to this. Perfect. Paul, thank you for being new to this, because if it wasn't for Paul Kennedy,
Yep.
this is not going to grow. End of story. I think starting in an index RTR class is a great place to start. Moving to a pro class is something to work towards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the problem with index classes is they're so – it gets a little tedious. Like
Okay.
bracket racing. A lot of people like bracket racing, and to me it's just like, I'll do it, but I don't want to. Now we're starting to take the pie, and instead of just cutting it in half. That's where they're talking about they're dissecting it so many different
Again
ways.
and again and again and again.
Look, if you
Yeah.
bought a stock slash, and that's what you have, that's what you're running, dude.
Yeah,
I'm not going to create another class for you.
No.
You're going to
no.
jump
Right.
in the water, and if you can't swim, then
Jeff Cook Jr. says racing is a sport to spend money. Yeah. Vince Rupp now says my sponsor.
Well, you got to look at it. Do you look at it as a hobby, or do you look at it as a sport? It's still the same equipment. It just depends on how you're going to address what you're doing with it.
True.
well, I mean,
You're still going to have the hobbyist, and that's what bracket and index is for the hobbyist. The sport, is your outlaw classes, whether it's 13.5 outlaw, pro class. That's for this person that wants to go into it, to try to win and make and win money. There's nothing wrong with that, man. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not saying that that's the negative side to it by any means. I just don't. I feel if something does, if we don't expand it a little bit here to a more overall
All right, sorry about
type
that,
of
guys.
racer, we got to have something available for the guy that doesn't want, the racer that doesn't want to, have to put $3,000 in a car and test and tune and hope they get in on the next order of Voodoo tires and that kind of thing. So I like the idea of a pro class or an expert class, however you want to address it, whatever it is. But breaking that up, and then if you want to jump into it, hey, if you want to throw your money in and go for it, I don't know any of the fast guys that are ever going to argue and worry about me showing up and say, hey, you guys mind if I race with you guys? I'm willing to put up my $100. They'll be like, you bet, man.
Yeah, and
You
that's
know,
the biggest
what-
thing is we're not telling anybody you can't enter it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
We're just telling you, hey, look,
You have choices.
you have a choice. You
Yeah.
don't
Right.
have to run this class with these murderers
Yeah.
and walk
Yeah,
down death
right.
row.
Right.
Right.
You can go over here.
I like it, dude.
And have a better chance and still learn, right?
Yeah.
Going A to B, you learn something, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Now, going A to B in a big race, you learn even more, right?
Yes.
Now,
Oh,
say
yeah.
going deep into rounds in a big race, you learn a lot.
A lot.
Now,
Yeah.
you come to a big race, and you have to race our buddy Abel Lips, and Abel's, he's not the fastest guy out there, but Abel's really consistent.
Yes,
A to B, A to
consistent.
B, A to B.
Right.
And you have to race Abel, and he gets you first round, and you just spent $600 in a hotel room,
Yeah.
$100 to enter.
Yep.
You spent $250 on parts before you got here. $300 or $400 on airplane tickets.
It's
$400
expensive,
on
man.
a rental car. You're probably going to be like, I'm probably not going to do this again.
I agree. I agree with you, dude. Yeah.
Now, you're still going to have that potential to go out in the regular, outlaw class. That's still going to happen. Somebody's going home, and that's just part of what we do. Our drag racing, somebody always goes home. First round, second round, third round, fourth round.
Yeah.
Somebody's always going home, right?
Yep.
You cut the field in half every round.
But you're odd.
Yeah, right, Curtis?
Yeah.
When they talk about leveling out the playing field,
Yep.
that pretty much about as level as you can get.
Yeah.
Because this guy has a breakout chassis in that class, but he paid for it himself. You have the same opportunity.
Right.
If you want to go spend the money, you can spend the money. But
Okay.
he doesn't have any major sponsors, so,
There's a lot of people chiming in. Here we go. Lisa Campbell says, if you want to race to get faster, you have to race the fast people. The people complaining aren't having fun anymore. Todd Kirkwood, 3K, that's it. LOL. Abby Smith says, that's kind of like bracket racing. Dane Norris says, this will cause a thing that's called cherry picking. LOL.
I don't see how it's cherry picking. We know, we're on social media enough, and there's enough people on social media enough to know if you're sandbagging or not, if you have sponsors or not,
Yeah.
if you've won any major or finished in the top 10 of any major event. So,
Plus, I have a camera on you.
yeah, so it's pretty hard to cherry pick,
Yeah. Scott Campbell says, I was always taught school ain't free. Lisa and Scott must be bored out of their freaking skull right now. Coming across country, Curtis.
Hey, we know that drive.
Yes, we do. Gregory Chapa says, what's up, Todd?
Mr. Chappa.
Yeah. I actually talked to him today. I'll tell you about it later.
That is my
Dane
dude.
Norris says, okay, never mind. Okay, Brian Elkins. I've placed better than most of these teams, and now I'm a beginner? Question mark?
No, who said you're a beginner? Nobody's saying you're a beginner, Brian, in any way, shape, or form.
At all?
You have every option to run the pro class. Just because you don't have sponsors doesn't make you a beginner. There's a lot of people out there who have rushed out and got sponsors, right? And get all this stuff for free or highly discounted or contract customers, whatever you want to put it, right? Well, sponsored drivers, it's just a pro driver. You'll run in that class. You don't have a choice. You run in that class. Just because you don't have any sponsors doesn't mean you're not fast. Doesn't mean you can't keep up with any of us or beat any of us. I watched you go rounds in Oklahoma. At Super Chips. You're fast, dude.
Yep.
It's just giving the average Joe an opportunity in a class to run in. You feel like you're fast, run in the pro class. No one's telling any of you guys you can't.
No. And plus,
it's just a box you're checking.
right. And everybody understands something. We're just having a round table right now. We're just talking about what everybody thinks. That's it.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. Brian South says, go ahead.
Let's look at the elephant in the room real quick here. I mean, for me, is if you're honestly going to these big races with the expectations that you're going to walk away with the big carrot at the end, you'll be ready for a lot of disappointment. The idea for, I go to the big races when I can get to them, because I want to be part of it.
Right.
And I'll still always do that, but I don't go there with the expectation of saying I'm going there to win this money, and because there's just too many fast guys out there, there's too many variables. But if I could go there and race for, instead of putting $100 or $200 or $500 entry fee in, I put $20 in, and I run against people that are my caliber of racing, then I'm going to have fun, and I still get to watch, Todd race, and I get to watch, these guys still run and learn from it, because first thing what I have found is, 95% of the racers out there will help you, and I mean, I've had people come up to me, and I'm not even looking for help, but offer it to me like, hey man, you tried this, they just see what your car's doing, and you need that, you need to keep that going. So that's just kind of a personal thing for me. But I just think if you're I see these comments and everybody's worried about where they're going to place, or you need to have an opportunity to win. I'm not saying that, but if you're going there expecting it, if you're going to travel that far, I mean, you ain't Richard Petty, man, back in the days where if you didn't win the race, you didn't have gas money to get home. I mean, hopefully nobody does that,
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah.
But
Let me keep going here because
sorry.
No, you're good. But I want to get to everybody because we asked the question. We asked everybody to chime in, and there's a lot of people chiming in. I'm going to get to as fast as I can, and then we'll get to tonight. I say tonight. Today, Todd is going to teach you guys how to solder. So right after this,
Solder.
Yep, right after this, guys, we'll be doing some soldering. So just stay tuned. Brian Souse, I'm brand new. I'm brand new and bought and not okay. I'm brand new and not expecting to win, but I'm just jumping in. The fact that big names and fast guys will be there just makes it exciting. Yeah. I mean, some people will think about it exciting. Some people think about it intimidating. You're traveling cross country with your kid, your mom, your dad. It's an experience to be at these races, because the more I do it, Todd, the more it's getting like, I've done so many now. That the experience, man, to go to different, to go into Lexington and after the tracks that I've been to, I'm learning.
Yeah.
I'm learning more and more as I'm out there, and that's the part I like. I love the fact that I meet all these people, and I'm learning just as much as you guys are learning.
Yeah.
Doing what I'm doing. I'm enjoying it. So here we go. Crystal Connery says I'd be for a pro class. Tim Cedarberg says it is censored, though, just worth mentioning. Jeff Cook Jr., see, there you go. No confidence. Rodney Sinners, what time is SOEC 13.5 Sunday? Rodney, are you going to fly out here, my friend? Rodney, if you fly out here, I will find a place for you to stay, my friend. Brian Sals, the only reason to break it up is if the class fills to where people can't even get into the race. Man. A lot going on here. Is there any way to measure the magnetism of these motor 13.5 to make sure it's a 13.5?
Yes.
Yes.
Inductance meter.
Can you do that today?
Yeah, we have it. I'll go grab it.
No, we're good. Tony Wolf says the only way it can be all fair is not to let people run special product available to only sponsored drivers from their sponsors.
Never going to happen.
Never going to happen, man.
No.
And would have to use products available in stock for everyone else. God, you just...
I mean, they could release it that day and then it's in stock.
I know, man. That's a big one there. And there's a lot of talk about that, too.
That's such a gray area. It's not even funny.
Super gray. We're not even going to go down that road.
I mean, they're trying to destroy voodoo like that.
Yeah, well, that's not happening. Todd Dixon says, keeps it honest people giveth. Let me keep going. Billy Shaw, I may fly in for spec 13.5. Dude, yeah, come on, man. Rodney Sinners, I got you, dude. If you come in, I got you, man. Gregory Chapa, yeah, that's my only concern. Upfront cost for track. We're talking Jasmine, hi, Wendy.
Oh, they're probably thinking of it being a handout motor.
Yeah, right. This is a long one, but I'm going to read it because I opened it up. Here we go. Listen up, Todd and Curtis. One issue I see with the pro and non-pro class is the non-pro class will still be a thick wallet class. My thought is there needs to be a sportsman class. Hold that thought. Entry level would be OEM rear motor chassis, muscle car, street car body, i.e. no pro mod type high aero body, maybe a 3,500 kV motor limit, RTR radios. Have other thoughts. Very glad, guys, like you are open to and addressing this, as the sport needs to have a place for grassroots budget racers.
We tried that. That was the 13.5 class, and look what it turned into.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's out the window.
Yeah.
No, I know exactly where he's coming from, because, not everybody can afford. But here's the thing is, we've all seen, the budget car go really fast because of the tuner, because of the person driving the car, the person setting the car up. And I think having the pro class and then having the non-pro, then the pro class, just because somebody can spend if you can spend the money and you're talented enough, you're going to be fast enough to be in the pro class. And that will be the tough part at first, is weeding that person out.
But
the person wants to do that in sandbag.
so
But-
for instance, hold on though. So
Yeah.
what they're saying is basically thick wallet versus thin wallet, right?
hmm
The guy from BMF, Keith's guy,
Which one?
the guy who won Kentucky.
Rodney. That's
Rodney.
that's what we're talking about right now. Rodney.
Dude, have you seen Rodney's car?
Have you seen Rodney's car?
Yes.
Have you really seen
Yes.
it? You have seen it.
Yes.
No, you didn't see this weekend.
Which one did he have this weekend?
He built it himself.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
So I saw the car that he ran in Topeka.
Okay.
It was an aluminum chassis.
It was aluminum chassis.
I mean, so first off, there's no big budget there. You know what it comes down to? Rodney's smart.
Yep.
Rodney puts in a lot of work, and he tests really hard. He has a good team that surrounds him.
Correct.
They share a lot of information.
Right.
And he's fast. Without a humongous budget,
Right.
without spending every dime, every dollar.
Okay.
So, I mean, you can thick or thin wallet, doesn't matter.
If you listened to the show last night, Rodney came on, and Rodney, the first thing out of Rodney's mouth was, I said, hey, man, hey, bud, what are you up to? He said, I'll be really honest with you, Billy. I'm sitting here with a buddy that I race with, talking all day long. He said, we sat and we thought about how we can go faster. So there you go, all day.
And he didn't spend a bunch of money.
He didn't.
So, I don't care. Look, you're going to get that guy that can go out and spend $5,000
Yep.
and have any car, any body, any motor, anything done, right? Then you're going to have that guy who has a Traxxas rear wheel slash that doesn't have the money but can figure out how to make it fast and go out and just wax that guy.
Yeah.
So, when people, I hear that, to me it's just like, eh. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, and I'm not telling your point's irrelevant in any way, shape, or form, but to me it's like, eh. Because I've seen guys with no budget go really, 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 really fast and win money.
Kyle Bro says, hey.
Kyle,
to you.
what's up, buddy?
Todd Dixon, close mine. I'm not going to say that. Y'all stay tuned to me over the next month or two. Stay tuned. I don't know what that means. Brian Sat, nope. Keep going. Skip you. Hi, homeboy Todd. Tim Barth.
What's up, Mr. Tim?
Hi, Miss Lisa. I'm feeling better. Jasmine. Hi, Jazzy. Mikkel says, hi, all. Let me just keep going. I'm finding something that's... I can laser etch 13.5 in the side of any motor out there.
Oh, kind of like this? Hold on. Here.
Tim Barth.
Here. Let's see. So, yeah, you want to see how easy it is to cheat? I'll show you. You want me to show you? Right here.
This comes from Ricky Juggenreed. Anybody can be fast. All it takes is time and money.
Time and money.
Thank you. That's good.
Here you
I like
go.
that. I haven't heard from Ricky Juggenreed in a while.
Here you go. Here's cheating at its finest.
Oh, boy.
Ready?
But no, hold on. Here.
There you go. That's cheating at its finest.
This is cheating at its finest. Okay, so let's do this. Let me see what you're talking about. Let me take that camera right there and zoom in on myself here. Let's see what you got going on here, Todd. All right, what you got going on here? Let's
Look at it. What does it say? 7.5 turn
Where does it say that at?
on the back.
Oh, yeah, right there.
Yeah.
7.5.
That's a 7.5.
Jesus.
It's not. It's a 3.5.
Right.
I just pulled the stator out of a 3.5 and popped it in there.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
how easy it is to cheat,
Yep.
You can pull a stator out, drop it in another can, say it's a 13.5, and like that, being a 7.5, it's really a 3.5.
Let's keep going, and then Curtis, I can let you go. You know what
Yeah.
can be perfect? A good cup of coffee. Get out of here, Chris Hilborn. Who
You ain't
makes?
wrong.
You know what? Here we go. Brian Elkins. Who makes a pro? Why do you need a sponsor to beat somebody?
You don't. That's what I've been saying. You don't.
Right.
The pro class is just for people who have sponsors, right?
Todd
Period.
Dixon, the negative Nellies like to sit back and quiet when they're outnumbered.
Yeah, no.
That's all good, dude. Let's see. Here we go. Continue. Tony Mervica says, what's up? Ricky Juggenreed, do a quick 16 class during testing. The fastest 16 cars were in their own class. That could be Stop All the Crying. I mean, this could go on forever, right?
Yeah, but then you do that, and I had a bad run. I should be in there. I was fast in my qualifier.
Brian Elkins says, no. Leave sponsors out and do qualifying. Hang on. Okay, Paul Ross said that is a good point. On new guys, that's why in the crawler world they have the OEM class to bring new people to the hobby. Okay, yeah, that's cool. I'm looking for something that just kind of catches my eye, guys. I have a DTS 1 in North Phoenix, and I'd love to get a small group together for a local Friday. Gosh, come on. Friday evening or Saturday evening races. Need a place to run in North Valley. Brian, as soon as I get back from these next 3 trips, we're going to be doing a cash days here at Desert Hobbies. Stay tuned. It's going to be, I think Curtis left. Did you leave, Curtis?
Baby, come back.
Oh, he quit. He gone. He left.
He quit us.
He quit us.
He quit us.
He's gone. Where'd he go? What's just happened? Oh, my phone died. Ay, ay, ay. I'm bringing him back. End of story. I'm going to bring Curtis back because I wasn't done with him. I hope everybody's okay with that. Hang on. Let me get Curtis back really quick, guys. He's not leaving just that fast. Just hold on.
You can't get away that.
You're not
easy.
getting out of here that quickly, my friend. Let me call him back because we're not done. There he is right there. Yep, Curtis, I got you. My other phone died. I got you now, Curtis. Are you there? He left. Wait, Curtis, don't leave us. Nobody go anywhere. Stay here. We're going to learn about soldering in about 15 minutes. I'm going to get.
Hey, buddy.
I lost
Hey,
you.
let me turn my computer down real quick. And I was like, I guess Billy was done with me.
No. My phone died. Mike Zippy.
No
Hey, Zippy, how are you? The only way to learn to be fast is to compete with fast guys. Watering down racing with more classes other than RTR or Superstock hurts.
It's not watering it down, though. And there's a lot of guys out there that don't have sponsors that are fast. A lot.
Yeah.
No, my phone died.
You know?
Mike Zippy. Hey, Zippy, how are
You know?
you?
Yeah,
He-
I kind of see the point.
You
But
got to
that's
turn your
not the
phone.
only
You
guy.
got to turn your phone down though.
More classes other than RTR.
Is it your phone or something? You got to turn it down.
Okay, can you hear me now? Better?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. All right, no problem. There's way more. There's so many ways to get faster. You don't always have to race faster people.
No, we still have feedback.
you
We
know,
still have
so-
feedback.
You got to turn your phone down.
We got a lot of feedback, dude.
I don't. I'll just apologize on that. I don't have my computer on me now.
I got a feeling it's this. It's my. I got a feeling it's because I'm on the phone with you. My phone. Crap. Hang on. Everybody, hang on. Don't go nowhere.
We got a lot of feedback, dude.
I don't. I'll just apologize on that.
Curtis, are you still there?
Yes, sir.
I hate that. Let's blow through these. Let's get through this. Scotty Ernst Lyons even put on an event for RTR vehicles. Yes, he did. Chris Hobbs, what do you think of having at least 2 tracks at a race for efficiency? We did it at Sean South.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked out good. It was it was fast. But hold on, it didn't work out good for me though. Trying to have 2 tracks on each side, trying to keep up with 2 tracks, Sean South and Chris Hobbs. It was not as easy as you think. Off-road is a different ball game, but awesome. Gregory Chapa here. This was the one I was looking for. Race day, we have had many racers show up with a Slash drag truck, low C22s, or a DR10. Box in the trash car on the track. Box stock class brings them in.
But we tried that. That was what 13.5 was. Was going to be a box stock class where we had to run the plastic chassis, and then it got carried away with that. It had to have a body with all the scale stuff on it. That doesn't happen anymore. Like, we've tried that.
Brian Elkins says, so who's the best of the best? Where is the info coming from?
It's me, Brian. It's me.
Stop riling him up, man.
John Force said so.
Tony Ravica says, I'm in for 13.5. Foster says, let's go. Lisa Campbell says, wow, I got to get to planning. That's a big trip to Puerto Rico. It's happening. Here we go. Dane Norris. Either way, I will always. Dane Norris says, either way, I will always run with the fast guys, period. To me, if I can't win against them, I didn't win. Just my thoughts. If I can't go to work, if I can't, I got to work to do it. Yeah, I love it. Brian says, Billy Shaw talked to Bondurant. Can't remember the new owners. It's a Bondurant anymore. No, it is not. Jared Baker says, Todd, will you sponsor me?
Done.
Oh, man. Jasmine, box stock class brings the people, Jasmine says.
Where?
Well, I think,
Show me. I've never seen it. It doesn't happen.
well, hold on now. But you have to also understand something. The U.S. is a big state, big country. Now, I was talking to Greg today, and I've seen his facility. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Trust me.
Dude.
I've seen it too. You see the kitchen?
His facility, the kitchen.
They have a full
No, he showed me the kitchen and everything. Greg Chapa and that, I forgot the hobby shop down there. What's the name of the hobby shop?
Can't remember either.
Dude,
Sorry,
he
Greg.
showed me the track.
Yeah.
The only downfall to his track is the shutdown.
The shutdown.
That's the only downfall to it. But other than that, was pretty good, man.
Nothing a soft pillow can't fix.
Nothing a soft pillow can't fix. I like it. Let's see what else we got here.
But here's the problem with box stock.
Dude,
None of
he
them are
showed
equal.
me, the track.
Oh, we still have that feedback. It's
None of
driving me
them are
crazy.
equal. The Traxxas,
That's the only downfall to it.
the
Other
DR10,
than that was
the
pretty
Losi, they're all different.
good. Nothing
Yeah.
soft
They're
built.
not. They're no two of those cars are created equal.
Brian South sponsor wanted to put your name on the car. Alan Rubel goes, wow. Chris Hilborn says I got the best sponsor ever. Yeah. Zippy Pratt says it is racing, anyone can win. Agreed.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
We're just all we're saying is we're just for the new people that are coming in,
That's it.
not as intimidating to race with the big boys.
Yeah.
I like it.
I mean, look, it gives them the options to have the cool bodies, the motors they want to run, the ESCs they want to run, the bearings they want. Whatever it is they want, they can have it in that class. And they did it all on their own. They paid for it on their own. They didn't have any sponsor helping them.
Yep. Hey, Curtis, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just worried about the feedback. So
Yeah, that feedback is really bad. Let's just do this. Let's because this goes on and on and on. Let's do this. Let's finish up with Curtis,
Yeah.
and then that way he can get off the phone. Okay, Curtis, let's finish up with your race. So let's do it again. So Friday, let's go. Continue. Go.
Friday practice 8 to 10:30 p.m. Sportsman Tree for Friday practice. Joe and Jolyn Elias will be cooking for everybody there. So come out, bring an appetite, bring your cars. Starting Saturday, practice will be from 8 to 10. Registration will cut off at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
At that point, that's when it will determine the class and then the number of qualifying rounds we have.
Okay.
I got to make sure we can get this all finished up in a day. So minimum, I know we can get 2 qualifiers in and then start elimination. I'm shooting for the 4 like we did last year, just to give everybody an opportunity to be on the track as much as possible. Saturday 13.5, and that's 13.5 NPRC rules. No changes in that. And the Street Outlaw, the
Okay.
NPRC, all NPRC Saturday.
Okay.
Sunday is my bracket class and my 280 index, and now the infamous 13.5 handout. So the controversial class here, the class from another location.
You
So,
pot stirrer.
that'll be Sunday, and we do have lights on Saturday and Sunday till 11 p.m. I'm trying to get the racing done by 10, give everybody an hour with lights to get stuff packed up, those that aren't staying or whatever. There will be people staying at the track. I will be there. The system will be stay up. So the setting up, like I said, tomorrow. So first thing 8 o'clock Friday morning.
Perfect.
Just kind of going over the list here. I do have limited amount of shirts and hats. It's the most commemorative stuff. Right now, almost 70 racers. Todd, sorry to hear that you're not going to make it now, buddy. I was really looking forward to
Put that
seeing you run.
closer to you.
and about 120 different entries between the different classes. And I think that's about it, buddy.
Well, we're not done yet. We're still promoting. We're still trying
Yeah,
to.
no.
Right?
And now that we're all together, we're getting everybody on the same page. We're still so. If you guys don't have anything going on this weekend, come join us for a really great time. I mean, I think the biggest part of the whole weekend is going to be me beating Frank Greer.
Yeah, I mean, so what you do?
What do I
is-
do?
So as they tell you, driver's ready.
Yep.
Watch the lights and just
Just kick him.
Kick his car.
Kick him.
No, forget that. Kick his car. Kick his car.
You hear that, Frank? I know he's not watching right now.
Yeah.
Just kick it. That's a good idea. What I'll do is I'll have a broom and I'll smack his remote out of his hand.
Or have like a towel, and when they say driver's ready, watch the lights, throw the towel on his car, and then just go.
All right, Curtis.
Hey, Billy, how about a shot caller and then have the shot caller work off of your
I got
trigger
it,
and your
Billy.
remote?
So Frank has to have a running start like they do in Indy.
Okay.
So they have to set his controller down. Driver's ready. Watch the lights. You get to go. He has to run to the table, grab his controller, and then
Oh
go.
wow. Okay, now it's getting deep. All right, Curtis. I can't wait. Your race is going to be broadcast all over the world. It's going to be really good. I can't wait to have some fun out there in Yuma, Arizona. I agree with Curtis. I wish you were heading down there with us.
I wish I was.
It'd be good times.
I'm super bummed out.
But I am going to be done with you, Curtis, because that feedback is really bad.
Dang kids
Sorry,
throwing a
buddy.
wrench in
No,
everything.
you're fine. I think it's because I'm using the same phone. And anyway, all right, Curtis. Everybody, say goodbye to Curtis. I'm gonna read this.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate the support and hope to see everybody there. So,
All right.
y'all be safe. Be
Hey,
safe with the Yuma.
Curtis, do me a favor. Keep listening, though. I want you to listen to some more comments, okay?
I will. I'll try to chime. I'm on Facebook, so I'll try to answer down the on the reply side.
Thank you. See ya.
No problem.
All right, here we go. Okay, so here we
Peace
go. I'm going to read this. That feedback was really bad. Darren, keep listening, though. I want you to listen to some. Wait for it to get over.
I will. I'll try to chime.
Hang on. Everybody, let's let the feedback go away. Hold on one second. Thank you. See ya. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Darren Albright. Is it Albright? Let's just go with Albright. You guys are missing my point on the thick wallet comment. Is it still doing it? No. Everybody, let's let the feedback go. Oh, great. I agree. There will always be guys that make simple homemade stuff run. In regards to comparing, I have that feedback's driving me bonkers, dude. You guys are missing my point on. Hang on. There it is. I found it. There, it's gone. Let me start over. Darren Albright. You guys are missing my point on the thick wallet comment. I agree. There will always be guys that make simple homemade stuff. In regards to comparing 13.5 to an OEM chassis class, there was no organization throughout the country, and race groups let it go crazy. Agreed. You agree with that?
It's in the NPRC rules. We have 13.5 in the NPRC rules.
A sportsman class could be made with some basic rules that need to be upheld.
Yeah, I get it. We tried that with basic 13.5. It was supposed to be scale. It was supposed to be 13.5, no blinky. It was supposed to be Aurora-approved, over-the-counter motor. I think all the rules, are on the NPRC page explaining 13.5. And none of them got upheld.
Yeah.
Now look at where we're at. We've got 13.5 cars going faster than some of these people do with their outlaw cars.
Tony Trickle. You don't need to be a pro. Just get tire prep.
Dick Trickle?
Foster, I have the answer coming this spring. Okay. Jason Sullivan, stop crying and just race. Thank you, Jason. There's Trickle again. Why tell anyone else you're sponsored? Just run your race. AMD prep. Greg Chapa, LOL. Box stock. Lisa Campbell. Nope. Keep going. Let's see. Alan Rubel. If you don't, here, I'm going to read these because I invited these in. If you don't have the budget for this hobby, then find a different hobby that your budget can afford. Life isn't fair, so the race directors shouldn't have to cater to everyone's feelings. Yeah, okay. I got it. Somebody listen to me. I have the answer. Foster. Lisa Campbell says, hey, Zippy, Scott Campbell, no changes need to be made. You already have beginner class, index, and bracket.
What beginner class do we have?
Index and bracket.
Yeah, but we don't run those at big races.
Yeah, he's getting ready to, Gregory. Gregory Chapa says, Todd, just start soldering. Let me just finish. Let me finish. Mike Zippy says, Scotty Ernst did it best with the RTR. Super Sport and Outlaw, but if you are running Outlaw, you can't run other classes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Perfect.
Okay. Hey, Billy, you guys, okay? Billy loved every minute of it and keep doing what you're doing. Oh, back to the drone thing really quick over on YouTube. The drones will be in full effect. I haven't been over on YouTube because I got too much going on. I'm by myself today. Jessica Hyde, you are chatty today, my friend. Matt Ottman says it would be nice to have a national database to keep track.
Yeah, it would be.
Right?
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you turn up Todd's mic? I did. Build a motor tester that checks your turns at the check and then race.
Inductance meter.
Inductance meter.
Inductance.
Yeah, but so if you were to do that at a race,
They make one for that.
yeah, right.
Specifically to test the inductance.
How come nobody uses it?
They're pretty expensive. You know who uses it?
No.
Larry Tom. He has one at Hobby Action.
Oh, he does.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Larry has all the tools. To
That's it. But
same thing.
it is the same thing. So now you're opening up another can of worms.
But the problem is now you got to pull the motor out of your car, walk up there, hand it to him,
and then
measure-
re-solder.
and then re-solder.
That's what we're going to talk about in a second. If you want to get fast, you don't need to race fast guys. I'm not going to cuss, but bull crap. Hold on. This is from Jason Vicars. That's what drives competition on and off the track. True. Todd Kirkwood, Jeff, Wisconsin, Scotty Ernst, straight line showdown, RC, even event did it. Yep, got it. We've covered that. Big cars have a Mega Million bracket race. I would like to see a bug dollar bracket race. Run what you brung. Todd, any thoughts?
No.
Can you guys hear Todd? Because we're getting ready to start soldering shit.
At some point,
Here, I
it's like
cussed. Forget it.
beating the dead horse.
You could have a
know?
2000. And I'm done. I just wanted to, I opened this up. Billy Shaw Pro-Am race. Foster, I see you keep saying Pro-Am race. I'm with you. I'm right here with you. I don't know exactly.
We're with you, Foster.
We are with you, Foster. But we're gonna do some soldering.
Is this Foster Cornelius? Cornelius Foster?
Yeah, it's him.
I got to meet him.
He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Bottom line is, if said person is confident in their ability to do blah 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 blah. Yeah, we're done. I'm done with it.
He told a pretty cool story. He wrote a pretty cool story the other day on Facebook.
Who?
Foster.
Foster did?
Yeah, it was pretty cool, and it kind of hit home for me.
Oh, really?
And
you talking about?
yes, and it was like I know that story from both sides.
You which one? Was he live?
No, it was just something he wrote.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was when he did a live.
No, but it was pretty cool. It's one of those things I got. That's one of those people I got to meet.
Man, we did open up a can of worms. Wow. Where can we watch the Yuma race at? Are you kidding me, Mark Boone? You really
live from the 855.
Hold on. Now I'm gonna call Mark Boone out. Mark Boone, really? Where can you see the race at? Are you new to this show? Come on. Mark Boone, Desert Hobbies Facebook right here. Right? Okay. Yeah, right. It's called Mike's Hobbies down
Mike's
at,
Hobbies.
Yep. Roy Offenbacher. Hey, Roy. Hope you're doing better, man. No, you're good, dude. Movie night with Lynn. Cool. That's it. I'm gonna be done. We're gonna talk about. We're gonna. Is your soldering iron ready to go?
This thing's so badass. I just turned it on and it's hot.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just making sure.
Before I turn it on, though, I don't want to pop anything. So am I good to turn this on?
Yeah. What are you talking about? What are you gonna pop?
There's a lot of power
Get out
right
of here.
here.
You're not popping anything.
This
I
is
want
a-
to throw you guys with a aiding and ruining my marriage.
This is a hacko over here.
Omar GC says, I want to thank you guys with aiding and ruining my marriage. I don't know what that means, but that's funny. Not everyone has timing system. Okay, got it. Okay, all right. We're done. That's it. We're at the bottom. Okay, movie starting. Got to go. See you, Roy. All right. One up, pit iron. LOL. Got it. Okay. Well, welcome talk to me. What are we doing? We're doing some soldering. Now, I got you a camera up here. Yep. So watch this. This is cool. I can pop on that camera right there, and we can zoom in on you.
And I will get this done and show people.
Well, hold on now.
Couple
Let me
cool
fix the
things.
camera. So you do you. I'm going to come over and fix that camera so everybody can see what you're doing. So here we go. Let's do this. Kyle Bro says, "Be careful."
Might be dangerous, Kyle.
Here we go.
So I've been watching a lot. You know, I watch Facebook all the time. I see some soldering jobs that are pretty spectacular, and I see some that are pretty spectacular on how they even held up. So I figured I enjoy soldering. I do it all the time. So I figured I'd give you guys a little watch the lights, how to solder, you know, and show you guys my little tips and tricks that I do when I'm soldering. So we're going to start with the basics. Tinning wire, man. The basics are get a good iron. You know, I run a Hacko. Let's see. Can you see it? So I run the Hacko iron. This is a fantastic iron, probably one of the best money can buy, and it's $100. It's completely affordable. It gets super hot, great tips, just works really well. So Hacko iron. But what we're going to start with is I'm going to show you guys how I tin wire, because before you solder any wire to a motor, you're going to want to tin it, right? And so what I do when I tin wire is I make my cut, I twist my wire, and now I have rosin core flux from Trinity that I like to use. And so rosin core flux helps the solder flow a lot better. Let's see how I'm going to do this. Probably just like that. So it helps the solder flow a lot better. So what I do is I'll take some of my rosin core, and I just take it, and I put a drop or two on my wire and let it soak in. And so now when you get the heat in the solder, it's going to help it flow better. And so, as you'll see here, it's nothing special. Nice hot iron. Clean the tip. I always use they give me a cleaner in here that I can clean with, or I like to clean with a metal brush. Clean it all off, get it really nice and clean. Now the rosin core's had a second to sit in there, and I just get it hot. And with this iron and the rosin core, it just flows really well. That's it. We are completely done. Just like that. It is ready to go. So my next step would be to tin my motors. Now on the motor, I don't use the rosin core. I just use solder. So what I'll do is on my motor is I'll go through my motor before I solder a motor up, and I'll tin each one. Nice and easy. Tin it. And this is the benefits of having a really hot iron. It just does it real fast. So now that I got that motor soldered up, I take my wire that I just tinned, right? And I just set it right here. No more rosin core, nothing. And basically you just heat it up until you see the solder underneath liquefy, and then let off. Always clean your tips when you're done, and you're good to go. Get a nice clean solder on the motor. I mean, that'll never come off. It's not too much solder, just enough. And you got a great connection, you know. Makes things work better. The next thing I like to solder, so what we'll do is plugs. A lot of people have issues soldering plugs, right? This is a great little tool to help solder some plugs. You can put it like that. You know, once again, I'll start from scratch on my wire so you guys can see how I do that. So a little tip, if you don't have the rosin core, what you can do is take the motor spray and spray it with a motor spray, like, electric motor spray for our motors that we use, and spray it with that, and that'll get it nice and clean too. So once again, we'll take the rosin core, let the rosin core get on there, take our iron, nice and clean iron. We'll just jump in here, and it's just like that easy. It's that easy. So before I like to solder these plugs up, I'll do the same thing on a plug. I'll take my plug and I'll tin the plug, get tons of solder in there, just enough so when I get it hot and it liquefies, the solder will sink into it. So now you'll take your wire onto the plug, just like that. That's done. Let it cool down for a second. And I always clean. The cleaner your tip is of your soldering iron, the better off you are. A lot of guys use the sponge, wet it. You can do that. I like to brush mine. But now this wire is completely soldered, done. Not going to ever come off. And I know everybody has Harbor Freight locally, or you can order from Harbor Freight. Order some heat shrink, and get some heat shrink. And when you're done, if your plug doesn't have the little plastic cap on the end, you take some heat shrink. Slide the heat shrink on there. Make it look nice and clean. It also prevents, if the wires were to come unsoldered, it kind of helps hold them in place, and prevents arcing if they were to come off. So, just little stuff. This little clamp. This is a heavy-duty clamp. My buddy Tom Rockwell gave me this. That thing is a monster. Now, here's another one I have people ask me all the time. So now we got our battery, right? Our battery wire. How do I solder on my cat pack? Well, one way to solder on a cat pack is onto the ESC terminals, right? Sometimes you can't always get onto the terminal. So what I like to do is I'll take my X-Acto knife and I will cut the wire. Just the rubberized coating off the wire, and I will make a spot where I'm going to solder to. So just like this. It just takes a bit. Get this off here.
What size tip are you using?
I have on here the Hacko flat fat tip. I don't know what number it is, but I use a pretty flat, wide tip.
Dane Norris wants to know. He goes, I have that iron, but it comes with a very small tip.
No, I ordered the larger tips for it. So it was like $20 for a bunch of tips.
Off of Amazon?
Yes, off of Amazon.
Got it.
So what I'm going to do now is, you see how I cut the wire? Not all the way around, just the top, that little portion, right? So what I'll do is, once again, Trinity makes this rosin core flux. Stuff's amazing. Little drop on there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tin my wire, right? So let's tin this wire and get that on there.
Just Chris Hilborn says, just because you solder in rosin core doesn't mean you shouldn't use flux.
Yes.
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 Thank you, Mr. Hilborn.
So now I soldered that little piece right there. Now it has, something to connect to. So now I'll take my cat pack. I'll cut a little bit of the shielding off of that.
Tony Trickle and Jason Vacar said they both have a Hacko, and they're awesome.
Best iron I've ever owned.
Yep, Tony and Jason.
Yep.
Flux, 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 Omar says.
Lots of it. See this right here? Bam.
2, 3, 2, 4, 5 gallons of flux.
No. I'm more like 8 or 10. I'm covered in it when I walk in the house.
Omar GC says, I teach soldering courses.
Right on. This is my first teaching course, Omar. I'm doing it wrong. I don't have a fan.
There you go.
I don't have a fan
Perfect. There you go.
removing the smoke.
No, you're fine. Fan.
Yeah, I usually have a fan sucking it.
We're in a studio. There's no fans. The only fan is over there.
And so basically now I got this wire nice and tinned.
Does anybody have any questions for Todd while
Yeah.
we're doing this, please?
Any questions?
Yep.
I'm here to answer questions.
One guy said he couldn't wait on you and he had to go to bed.
Oh, man, I'm sorry, bud.
That's Michael Roy over on YouTube.
Oh,
There's more to it than that. But Jack Stevens says box stock DR10 is our biggest class 20, 30 cars every race. That's cool, Jack. Thank you.
so now I use my little alligator clip, and now I can solder these together. No more flux is needed. Just solder it together. And,
You're good. No, you're good.
bringing it in.
I'm trying to keep you in the camera, man.
So, I like to get it hot. You'll see it, liquefy.
Dane Norris, you're welcome, dude. Excuse me.
And, yeah.
Todd Dixon and Bill Chandler, stop fighting. My goodness. Gary L. Huntsman says, any tips for the larger gauge wire like that comes on the R1 caps?
Same setup. This is how I soldered my R1 cap up.
Perfect.
Exactly like this.
Okay.
And that's it, Make sure you have a good connection. It was super hot.
I'm not sure what's going on with Michael Roy. He goes, yes, you guys have fans. They're all watching you guys now. Thanks, Michael.
Fans.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, so
Thought you were going to bed. I'm
That's
just
it.
kidding with you, man. Jason Fakar says, think the 888 optional tip, I believe, is 1.5 millimeter chisel tip.
that's what it is.
Believe it comes with another tip. Thanks, Jason. Cool.
So, like I said, the most important thing, always clean your iron, the tip. If you don't clean this tip, it just starts oxidizing. It doesn't work well. And basically, now I have a connection, right? My ESC now has a capacitor hooked up to it. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'll take my right here. I'll take some heat shrink tube and then just heat shrink tube over it. And now I've got a capacitor hooked up to my battery wire that's hooked up to my ESC.
So the camera on that iPad, you see it in the top corner.
Yes, right there.
Yep. You're still out of the camera view.
Oh, right there.
There you go.
There we go. Sorry, guys. So, a little bit of a heat shrink over the connection. And this ain't coming apart. So, that is my tips for soldering, man. And it really all comes down to cleaning stuff, making sure the
Clean.
wire's clean, the
100%.
iron's clean, everything's clean, The cleaner it is, the easier it is to work and solder and get everything done. And this is the same if you're soldering up, ESC. If you're soldering up an ESC,
Same thing.
tin your wires before you put it on. Tin the ESC. Use a good iron, though. Like, the biggest thing I'm trying to get across is, an iron's $60, $80, right? Spend the $100 and get a great iron, not a good iron. Get a great iron. This Hacko for $100 will last you 10, 15 years.
Everybody's talking about the Hacko.
It is the most phenomenal iron you're going to get. Get yourself some of this rosin from Trinity. It helps, Get a good solder. I use Minitronics. This Minitronics solder is amazing. Works well, flows well. It's not crazy expensive. Get little things to solder your motors up on. Like this is from Trinity. It's a little stand. My motor sits right on it. It helps me solder. the more little tools and gadgets and gizmos that you have, it makes life of soldering easier, you know, because the one thing you're always missing when you're trying to solder, a third hand.
Right.
Yeah, I need this one more hand.
Right.
So, you know, I just wanted to come today with a little tip. I've seen some soldering jobs. People were struggling. I figured it's something I wanted to address.
That's cool.
I know we've been a little off on doing these shows. Just scheduling.
I know.
Pretty much it.
Life's a B word.
Yes. And so, you know, on the next one, I want to do tuning.
I told him that last night.
I'm going to talk about, you know, the Macklin. We'll talk about tuning with the controller for like an RX-8.
Perfect.
We'll talk about tuning in R1. You know, I'll bring them all in. We'll bring them up on the screen, and we'll see how they all function.
I love it.
And go from there. And, you know, if you guys have anything you guys want me to cover, please feel free. Reach out to me. Talk to me. Let me know. I'm always willing to cover anything.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't know it all, but I know someone that does.
You know,
I know somebody for everything.
Right. You know that lady that you see on the she puts that hot sauce and everything?
Yes.
I put hot sauce on that crap.
Yeah.
Right? Tony, what is your deal with prep today? Tony says, I put prep on my Hacko.
I put prep on my Hacko.
Rowan De La Ba. Let's man, I'm gonna mess up his name. Rowan De La Barre. Let's go with that. Why would you want a lower setting on an iron? Why not just always go max heat?
I'm not running max heat. I run about 800 to 850 degrees. This will do 899.
Yeah.
So,
Jason Vacar says, yeah, if you're doing a lot of soldering, invest in a fume trap.
yes.
Right?
Yes.
Tim Cedarberg says you can use a wider chisel tip too for the bigger wires.
Yep.
Okay, good. Todd Dixon says many members in my group hate me. Dude, we're on soldering, man. 13.5 is over. Todd Dixon. Cedarberg says a little container of tip tinner is pretty much a must on my bench too. It can help you avoid having to replace tips.
Yep.
Perfect. Chris Hilmore says, I don't use a blade on the wire. I use strippers and cut the extra silicone off the end of the wire. It scares me to use a blade. Okay?
Yeah. So I'm only using the blade because of the position I'm soldering the cap pack to. I want some insulation on the back of the wire, and then, you know, that's why I put the heat shrink on and heat shrink it too. But yeah, I get it.
Sweet.
Don't cut yourself. Pro tip.
Trickle says, cleaner solder is a happy solder, but not as good as a prep solder. This guy.
Yeah, you
What is
got to
up
have
with it?
prep solder,
What
man.
What is up with Tony and Tony? Do you have a new prep out? Would you like to call the show and talk about it? Jesus. Let's see, Jeff Cook, but it helps Trinity another $10. So they're betting how many times you say Trinity. Mike Carr says, how do you get caked up solder off motors and ESCs?
So how I get them off
Here, hold on. Let me switch cameras.
is
There you
I
go.
basically heat it up. Once it's nice and hot and I see it molten, I'll grab the motor or the ESC once it's nice and hot and just shake it. It'll come right off. That's it.
BBY Auto Graphics over on YouTube says, does moving the cap pack away from the ESC like that change performance?
Not enough. So everybody thinks like this cap pack thing is going to help your voltage sag and all this stuff. So that's not what a capacitor does. A capacitor smooths out ripple current, right? Ripple current happens from what's called pulse width modulation. Pulse width modulation happens from the rapid on-off of the ESC going from ABC, 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 right? So that's pulse width modulation, and an effect of pulse width modulation is called ripple current, right? So if that ripple current gets too high, it can damage your ESC.
Okay.
So you put a capacitor on to smooth out ripple current. Now, if you pull it on a large enough capacitor, not only will it smooth out the ripple current, but it'll help very minute amounts of voltage sag. So it's
Got
not an end all cure all for voltage sag. I have a whole dissertation on capacitors.
Ooh-wee.
I can bring it in and we can read it. I wrote like a whole dissertation
A flux capacitor.
of capacitors and how they work and why you want them in lower capacities versus larger capacities. Like
Vince Rupp now uses a Duratrax solder station. That's what we use over there.
Yeah.
Jason Fakar's kind of pro tip. If you're at the track and need to work that shrink wrap, roll the body over it and it will shrink. I don't know. Kind of a pro tip. If you're at the track and need to work that shrink wrap, roll the body over it and it will shrink.
roll the body. Let's see.
Jeff Cook says all good. I need that
didn't
motor
know.
stand. I just solder it in the car.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Some do, but you know, like I have 3 or 4 motors in ESC soldered up at all times, so I can't solder. I'm not gonna take them in and out of my cars. I use my stand, and this way, when I'm at the track and something happens, I can just grab a whole motor in ESC and toss it in.
Nice. Over on YouTube, let's see. That's what I've been doing wrong. Been trying to solder at 450 degrees.
No, you need way hotter, like 800, 850,
Okay.
900, yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go, man.
No, that'll damage stuff. 400 is just enough to get enough heat. So basically, you're going to transfer that 400 degrees to your FETs inside your ESC. Now your ESC just got 400 degrees.
Yeah, got it. Okay. Let's see. That's what I've been doing wrong. Okay. I've had difficulty soldering caps close to the ESC before and never thought to try it like that.
Yeah, I mean, so I used to run a lot of A-scale drag cars, big A-scale drag cars, you know, on 6S, and that's just how I did it on my big A-scale drag cars. This is how, you know, when I was talking to Tom Rockwell when I was putting in my new power system, this is how he even suggested doing it too. It's just a good way to do it. It works well. You don't have to try to smash all these wires in one little area on your ESC.
Right.
It gets a little tight in there, especially if you're running like 10 gauge wire, you know, and then you got 10 gauge wire on your ESC. Now there's no room left.
Michael Roy says, can you put too big of a cap back on?
So yeah, there's always, yes, you can put too big of a cap pack on because the IR of a capacitor increases the larger it is, right? You want a low IR in a cap pack to assist in what's called heat load shedding. So the higher the IR, the lower its heat load shedding capability is. The lower the IR, the faster its heat load shedding capability is, right? So, yeah, you could have too big of a cap. You can have
Too small of a cap.
You know, and it's important to look at a cap because not all caps are created equal, right? You have low ESR, ultra low ESR, or super low ESR. Like there's all kinds of capacitors, you know. Capacitors have shelf lives. That's why the ones you find on eBay are so cheap.
Right.
They have met their shelf life,
Yeah.
right? Even though they haven't
Okay.
been used,
No kidding.
they have the shelf life, right? And it's better if you're going to buy a capacitor, go to the manufacturer of the capacitor and buy it from them because they haven't put them on eBay yet.
Okay.
So, you know, buy a,
That's good to know
You
for
know,
a lot of people, man.
yeah.
Okay, that's good.
you know, in
So hold on. So if you see anybody selling on eBay, steer clear.
I'm just saying, like, those are caps that the manufacturer's not selling anymore.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
You know, like, I have a good buddy that manufactures a cap pack,
Okay.
and he is diehard when it comes to building his cap pack. And he is, I love the dude to death. Probably one of the most hated people in RC.
Okay.
Smart dude, though. Super fast. I mean, I've seen him pop off 173 miles an hour. So
Jeez.
Um,
Nice.
the guy is super smart, and he invested a lot of time and money into learning about capacitors.
Yeah.
And me and him used to talk about them all the time. And one of the things we discussed were shelf life.
I'll be darned. Okay.
And he learned that from the manufacturers. They have a shelf life.
I'll be damned. Okay.
So
Let's see. Greg Chappa says, make sure you get you some blue tape.
got to have blue tape, man.
And everybody likes the motor stand. A lot of people saying, Rip Vince Rupp now says, I solder it all in my chassis.
Yeah, some do.
Show off you have an R1. LOL. Get out of here.
3.
Todd Kirkwood and recalibrating your remote.
Yes. Recalibrate your ESC, buddy. You had me all nervous. I was like, man, what happened?
Paul Kennedy cover tire prep. You know, we've been talking about that.
We need to.
Well, here's the deal. You don't even know this. I know this, and only I know this. I have tire prep coming.
I want to test it.
I already have like 6, and I'm getting more. I'm getting it all in.
I have a bunch too that I'll pitch in to test it.
We're doing that. I need to get through.
Yes,
this next.
We need to get caught up. Is what we
I
need
to
do.
get. So I got Yuma this weekend. Then next weekend, I'm doing my Friday night full-blown auction here in the warehouse.
Do you need help?
I got CC and Abel is going to be helping me out.
Okay.
Then from there, next weekend. Then from there, I'm on my way to. Got a busy world. I'm on my way to Payson. Coy is putting on AZ RC Fest.
Oh, I'm going to that.
Are you going up there?
I'm going to have to. That's Coy is my dude.
That's Coy. Yeah,
I
yeah,
love Coy, dude. Support him any chance I can.
Yeah,
get.
so listen, let's talk about AZ RC Fest really quick.
Dude, it's
good.
amazing.
It's next weekend. It's up in Payson, Arizona. Let me, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's finish with what we're doing here. We're talking about soldering. Tony Trickle says prep is life, brother.
Prep is life. Do you carry prep in your holsters, Tony? Can you make? In fact, Tony, I need you to make me a tactical prep holster.
Oh boy.
For my reaction time.
You know who else needs one of those? Is John Schultz.
Schultz.
Jeez, man.
That is one good dude too.
Tony says. So let's go back to the guy that said the 400 degrees. Who was that? Who was that? Okay, George Jimenez. So Tony Trickle says he runs his. Tony Trickle says I run 899 degrees since 2016.
Yep.
Gary Huntsman says, sorry, I know you have said this already, but just got on what iron?
Hacko.
Hacko, Gary Huntsman. And you get them on Amazon, right?
Yep. This is the Hacko FX 888D.
F as in Frank's, X as in X-ray.
Yep. 888D. So ocho D.
Got it. That's for you, Mr. Huntsman. Chris Hilborn, 800 to 850 is the perfect temp for most RC. Okay, cool. Mike Carr says, okay, thanks. Jason Vicar says, when working with silicone wire, more heat is better. 60-watt minimum, not soldering stiff copper wire.
Nope.
Perfect. Okay. What's with the tape on the motor? Jesse Kinder.
Okay, so here's the thing. I tape all my motors. Everyone's like, "Oh, you're hiding something. You're being sneaky."
Well, you're not hiding. We pulled it out earlier.
I'll never hide anything. If I'm ever at the track and you see tape on my motor and you think I'm hiding it, I will pull it out and hand you my motor and let you pull the tape off like Christmas. It's to prevent rocks, man. I just looked at a motor the other day and pulled it off, and there was literally a rock on the end of the rotor right at the hall sensor. It was just sitting there. The
I'm
rotor
going to show
was all
you guys
scratched.
something. I'm going to try to get this picture right now.
Oh, you have the picture, huh?
I'm getting it right now.
Yeah, so I do it because we're only running 2 seconds, right? I tape my motors to prevent dirt and debris from getting in my motors.
All right, let's see if he answers me quickly, fastly, rapidly.
Who's that?
Keith West.
Oh. I left my phone. I
How
could've
is
sent
this?
it to you.
How is my phone dead when I have a full-blown battery pack on the back? Let's see if he gets back to me. Okay, let's keep going. Just in case, or desoldering braid. Whoa, did I get ahead of myself? No, I didn't. Solder wick. Okay, Omar GC says solder wick or solder sucker tool is a way to remove.
Yeah, solder sucker or a solder wick. So a solder sucker is this little thing. You push it, hit the button, it goes and sucks it up.
And brings it up.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
But, I'm in my garage. I get it hot, and I just reach over and flick
it off, right?
and so just so you know, this is a real issue at my house because you walk and you look on my floors, there's little solder pieces everywhere. And my wife gets mad.
Yeah.
And she's like, you need to stop. My garage is covered in little solder pieces. We drag them in the house all the time. But,
Nice. Okay, thanks, Omar. Chris Silborn, you can buy a desolder Atto for most soldering irons.
Yep.
Okay. Jason Vickers, solder your cap pack as close to the ESC as possible, depending on your application.
Yes.
Agreed?
Agreed.
Okay, awesome.
And on the wire, is it easy? Like I said, we run some 10 gauge wire.
Hang on. Let me move. There you go. You're up.
So, we run some 10 gauge wire sometimes, and trying to fit, 5 10 gauge wires on an ESC just isn't always manageable. Or can you get a really proper connection? So doing it this way, you can get closer to the ESC, give yourself some space, but still be within range of getting as close as you can to the post.
There you go. But man,
So-
whoa! I'm too close. Hang on. Let me back up a little bit. And there you go.
Yeah, so that's why I do it like this sometimes. Like I said, because when we have all this thickum 10 gauge wire, I mean that's a 10 gauge versus a 12. It takes up a lot of real estate on an ESC. So just moving it back a few inches off of your positive and negative frees up some space, gives you a lot more options, and works just as good.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. I love it. Looks good. Okay. Keep going. Let's see. Where was I? Give me just a second, everybody. There we go. Greg Chapa says ripples.
Ripple.
Jason Vacar says body of the iron. Trickle says, oh, here we go. Does he know how to bubble the top after he solders his bullet plugs?
Bubble the top. Yes, you can cap it. Make it look pretty.
It gives it a glass look.
Yes, it makes it all shiny.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay. Love it. I call it the fisheye.
The fisheye.
Yeah.
Just more solder, more resistance.
Mike Carr, how do you tell if the cat pack is too big or too small? Good question.
So
Great question.
So a lot of people use lately the Castle, right? The Castle ESC.
Yeah.
Castle offers a little segment when you look at the data that shows ripple.
Huh.
You can see if it worked or not.
That's a good question. How do
Yeah.
you tell if a cat pack is too big or too small?
And it's not really being too big. Like there's cat packs that are like this big.
I know. I've seen
come
them.
on, that's too big.
Yeah.
And then there's cat packs that are like this big, little
Yeah,
tiny.
I know,
And
yeah.
it's too small, but it's taking a minute and learning a little bit about capacitors and learning how they work. And I see it like this. Here's a really huge breakdown.
Oh, hold on. Back over to you.
Huge breakdown,
Okay.
right? If a monster cat pack, right, was the ticket, like monster cat pack was the ticket, do you think Tekin, Trinity, or
All of them.
not Tekin, but Tekin, R1, Castle, don't you think they would make it? Those guys are way smarter than any of us when it comes to electronics.
Well, that's good. That's a good thought.
They make the caps that they make for a reason, and it's because that's what works.
Okay. I like it. Chris Hilborn, don't open those cans of worms, dude. Ricardo Gonzalez, RPM ring for the RX-8. No.
A what?
RPM ring for
Range,
the
RPM range.
He just says ring, R-A-N-G. Maybe range. I mean, we're not on doing ESCs right now, Ricardo. That'll be it coming, in soon.
Soon, yeah.
Next, you're going to do the next show we're going to do is going to be.
Let's talk about tuning some ESCs.
Let's tune some ESCs. I like it.
Yeah.
Chris Hilborn, is the tire prep going to be called A to B? Jesus. Everybody's saying hi. Tony Preps or Trickle says, prep holster is genius. He says, I got you.
I want tactical, Tony. Tactical.
That's awesome.
Like, I want to be like, this is my fully automatic tactical prep holder.
You got to have your name on it, too.
Huh.
Oh, I'm yawning. I don't even know why. Todd A. Soltero, Billy Shaw, great show. Got to go. See you, Ben. See you, Greg.
See ya.
Junito Portel, we the same tape. Those motors, you'll save a lot.
Yeah.
I'm working on getting that picture, but he hasn't gotten back to me. Expensive. Find some copper braid and acid flux to remove excess solder.
Yeah. That's wicking. So you'll wick it up.
Okay.
Yep.
Jeff Henry says, what size solder?
This one is 0.03 1 diameter, so 1 DIA. It's a 6040 rosin core Minitronics. That's all I got for you, man.
That's awesome. Man, I don't know why I'm yawning. Jeez.
I feel you.
Here we go. Jay Renyon says, what's the alligator clip tool?
You know, like I said,
Well, here, let's show it to him. Here.
my buddy Tom Rockwell sent me this monster, man. Like, you got to be careful. You take your damn finger off.
Yeah, look at that thing. What do you got going on there?
I mean, this thing is
Look at-
beastie.
What? So what?
It's just a alligator clip. You could probably get this off of eBay, Amazon, you know, high strength. It just works, man. You know, any size wire, it holds it solid. So, and they make a thing called a third hand. So it has like a little base and like 4 alligator clips, but they're not as strong. This seems to work a lot better than any other ones I've used.
Vince Rupp now says Tekin shows ripple.
Tekin shows ripple. Okay, yeah. So ripple's a good thing to see, man.
And I don't even want to go down that road on how to say. I'm pretty sure that's not his name, but we'll just call you XP. I use Snap-on one. I use a Snap-on one.
Right on.
I'm sure he's talking about soldering iron.
Yeah.
Let's go over to YouTube really quick before you and I. Let's see. Oh, no, nothing. We've already answered everything over there. And George Jimenez, this is for you. Harbor Freight. Oh, look what I just got. I got the picture.
Oh, put this picture
So
up.
you guys got to see this picture. Check this out. So now everybody can stop right now. That's not the picture.
Is it on the plate?
That is not the. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on there. The rock's on there.
No, it's not.
Not the one attached to the rotor?
That is not the one I'm looking for. No. Hold on, guys. I need you all to see this. I'm working on it. The rock on the rotor. He didn't send it to me the day they got it. Harbor Freight Helping Hands work for me.
Yeah. Helping Hands from Harbor Freight are great. Cheap.
Explain Helping Hands.
So it's basically a metal base with like 3 different arms on it and clips, alligator clips.
Oh, okay.
So you can manipulate them, and it helps out.
Third Helping Hand.
Third helping hand.
Or just call your wife in.
That's usually what I do.
Anything else over there? Nope. Anybody else have any questions for any soldering, man? Now's the time, man. You got the man Todd Soltero in the house. So if anybody has anything, I mean, that was, I think we covered it. I mean,
Yeah.
I know there's not a whole bunch to
No,
it.
it was simple. I just
But
saw
at
some
least-
people struggling, and so I wanted to address it.
Struggling, and you talked about all the tips
Yeah.
of everybody. Have you ever measured resistance between regular solder and silver?
This is RC hobby.
It's
No.
it's Junito Portel in I almost said Jamaica, Puerto Rico.
And this is why the freaking Ricans are fast.
Mark Boone says, "I have kids for that."
Yeah.
With their little fingers. Thomas Downey Jr. over on YouTube says, "What's up? What's up, Thomas? Thanks for joining. You're late to the show, though, my friend. We're going to be cutting this off here pretty quick. Does anybody have any other questions? Wife would just tell me good luck." Anybody else? Anybody else? So again, if you joined us now, normally on Wednesdays we talk about all the races coming up across the country. You can. A lot of people that don't know this, that are new to my show, if you have anything coming up in the near future, race, anything going on across the country with any type of drag racing, go to rcjunkie.com, and in there you can put your event. I'm trying to build this website to where if Todd wants to put on a race and I'm putting on a race and Sean South is putting on a race, we can see where all the other races are happening so we don't step on everybody's toes. Because if you don't think that 2022 is going to be absolutely out of control, You're wrong. It's going to be crazy next year, right?
Oh, it's going to be nuts.
It's going to be nutso. Nutso.
Nuts. I'm excited.
And you and I are right smack dab in the middle of the nutso.
I love it.
Don't forget, once you're done soldering, to use your tip tinner.
I just clean my tip. I don't ever tin it.
Hey, how about this? How about don't forget to turn off your soldering iron?
Yeah, that's a huge one. There's been many times where I woke up in the morning and I'm like, oh, shit, I left it on.
I can't say his name, but we're going to call him XP. And he says how long ESC to motor cable can be.
So the length of the ESC to motor cable
Yeah.
is important. You want it as short as possible.
Okay. But not too long, obviously.
But not too long, yeah.
Right. How do you judge what? Because every car is different.
Yeah.
Right? That cable is going to be different lengths in every different car. So how do you have a way of
I try to
You've been doing it so long.
I try to mount everything as close to the motor, and I would rather have a longer battery wire than a motor wire.
Okay.
And most of the time I'll try to split the difference a
But
little.
you've been doing it for so long, you just know.
I just do it.
But for the beginners coming into it, is there a way to judge how long that wire should be?
How about I send you my cat pack document and it talks about that and you can post it.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'll send it to you tonight.
Yeah,
And,
cool.
and it basically talks about wire and caps and how everything functions. It has a lot of information.
That'd be cool.
I spent like a few days working on it, gathering info from different sources, and I'm not a teacher by any means or a novelist, so it's written in how I would write it. It's pretty. It's good. You'll like it.
Yeah. Okay. Chris Hobbs said, I tried to earlier, said it was created, couldn't see it. Oh, you know why, Chris? I haven't approved you yet. I'll approve it tonight. Actually, you know what, Chris? All my batteries are dying. Everything's, man, I tell you what, dude. I need to get into the business of finding a way to keep my life charged. Do you realize I carry around 9 iPads now?
It's crazy.
9. Hey, this would be a great show, man. Tom Rockwell said, if you guys do a show on ESC tuning, I'll come on and talk R1 with you guys.
I will. That would be.
That
amazing,
would be
'cause
absolutely.
I was actually, Mr. Tom, gonna reach out to you and ask if you would come on.
Hell
and do
yeah,
R1.
That would be cool, man. To have you guys with Tom and you,
Yeah.
and dude, hey Tom, that would be really cool, man, for you to do that. Chris Hilborn says, I run factory length. What's factory length? I mean,
Whatever's soldered at the factory.
Right. Jeff Henry says, just order everything from Amazon. Thanks for the tips and the understanding of the soldering. I'm a newbie.
This will help you tremendously.
That's why that's why we do what we do here. That's why we do what we do. Sorry, man, I got something pop up on my screen up there. Jeff Henry. Stay tuned, man. We're doing ESCs, remotes. We got a lot of cool stuff
We're
coming.
gonna do everything. Tire prep.
And
Setups.
we just signed him today. So those of you that are new to the show, we just signed him. He's already signed his papers. He got his signing bonus today with Desert Hobbies. Congratulations to Foster. Foster now is a part of Team RC Tech Talk Tuesdays.
Nice.
Yep, so Foster will be joining us on Tuesdays. Like I said, he got his contract today, and so we'll be good to go there. Jason Vicar says, helping hand, yes, I strap my motor into the closed pliers handle to hold the motor.
Vice grips.
Hey, listen, sir, we're trying to teach people good stuff.
Vice grips and duct tape.
Question, when is the NPRC Worlds only getting bigger, right? Yeah, what do you consider the Worlds? I mean, it's not happening. That you can't go there. Because no. Nope. Retract. That is not going on in my show. I'm not going down that road. Paul Kennedy, you need Foster's generator, right? Vince Rupp now says, did the shipping guy go through the messages yet? Vince, I don't know. I'll be honest with you guys. You guys message me during the day, throughout the day about the hobby shop. I don't work over there. I'll be honest. I don't even go in there anymore. I got so much. I spend most of my time inside this studio planning and preparing for the next event. I do.
That's exactly so. What you do?
Yeah.
It's exactly like Jared Baker from 5 Star.
Yeah.
He gets inundated, right? with messages. Where's my parts? Where's my parts?
Right.
He owns another company that allows him to have 5-star.
Right.
And, his other company has been around for years and years and years, and that's what his business is.
Yes.
So that's why he has employees at the hobby store for you guys to message.
Right.
And, I try to jump in and help as often as I can. I'm probably not the best at it, but I really do try. I see stuff come across, and I try, and I reach out to Kyle. But, Kyle is an amazing kid.
I know who he is. Yeah,
Works his butt
I
off.
met him. I've actually, I think I've seen him at a race, and then him and I talked in Topeka.
He works his butt off. There's a bunch of great people over at 5-star. So, it's the same thing. That you have somebody in the hobby store. Call the hobby store.
I do, man.
And
But don't take anything what I just said. Do not take this the wrong way, guys.
Yeah, it's nothing personal.
I answer as much as I can. I really do. And if I don't answer you, man, it's just because
You're busy.
I am busy. I do get a lot going on, and I do the best I can.
That's the same for Jared. He tries to answer everything he can, but he's busy.
Let me pop back over to. Let me go back over to YouTube. George Jimenez. So our auctions. I'm giving you a little sneak peek of the very first.
Oh, is that a Corvette?
That is going to be a Corvette, my friend, and it's yellow.
I like that.
I got to fix that camera though. See how it's like it's pulsating.
Yeah, I know.
They're all doing it, and I
It's
got
getting my attention.
I got to shut those. I got to shut them off, and I know why it's doing it. Deal with the pulsating, and I'll fix it later. The auction starts next Friday, and so you guys can see that's your very first. That'll be your first up for grabs.
I might be in on that one.
In the auction next Friday. It's called. Now, if you are not a part of Desert Hobbies Friday night auction, that's my new group page. You're not going to see it on Desert Hobbies. So if you want to be a part of the action and be a part of, I have so many new Mini Zs going up for grabs. I'm getting out of it. I'm just getting out of the Mini Zs, and I've got a bunch back here. I have boxes and if some hobby shops knew how much Mini Z I had back here, they would run. They would drive as fast as they can to get my stock. I have stuff that people can't even find. Anyway, if you are not a part of Desert Hobbies Friday night auction, you guys better you better be ready, because this is going to be your first up for grabs next Friday. It starts at 6 o'clock next Friday, October 15th. Brian Sowles, if you just stay tuned for the cash days we're going to be having here at the hobby shop, just watch for the CC will be the one putting it on. When it comes to doing the cash days or anything here at the shop, I give it all to CC. She does it all. So stay tuned. We'll be doing that, and we'll be live doing our race.
I'll be here for that.
Yeah, that'll be good. Let's see. XP again. Race starts 16 October, Mini Z, Race Park Lane Hobby. Nice. Yeah, I know where it's at. Tell those guys at Race Park Lane Hobby if they want Mini Zs. I got a ton of it. I bet you I have 30, 40 grand in Mini Z stuff. It's going up for grabs, up for auction.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Jason Ficars had to throw that in there. The 1/5 scale Worlds was in Tennessee. Would like to know what's going on in the rest of the world. I might need to look for a Holden body.
Holden. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. Let's go. Oh, you got some questions, Todd.
3. That's the answer.
3.
3.
That's it? What's the
3.
3. I like it.
Well, I mean, if they ask me a question.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let me make sure I get this right. Thomas Downey Jr. says hi. James McKenzie over on YouTube says, where is he putting the cap?
So I have it on the positive.
Hold on a second. Let me switch over to that camera, my friend. There you go. Perfect. Mr. McKenzie, he's going to show you where he puts the cap.
So I have it on the positive and negative wire of the battery terminal. So this wire, our plug, would be coming off the battery, and I soldered it onto there. It's close to the ESC as I could, but left myself enough room so if we are running, the larger 10 gauge wire, like so, when you get all this 10 gauge wire on a motor or an ESC, it takes up a lot of real estate, right?
Boy, it does, don't it?
Yeah, so, that's why I solder just a little bit back.
I'm going to zoom in on that. Hold on. Don't go nowhere.
No.
Stop. Hold on. There we go. Ooh, look at that. Good.
So,
I like it.
This would, I'm just using the motor as a representation of how much real estate 10-gauge wire takes up, right?
Wow, a lot.
A lot. Because right next to it's 12s. And so, if this was my positive and negative terminal on my LiPo or my ESC, this is probably right around where I'd put it. Or like so. And that's where it would go.
Wow.
Unless I had a ESC where I had the room and I can drop it right on it.
Nice. Got it. Okay. Love it. Let me back out of that camera a little bit. There we go. I'm going to answer Mr. McKenzie. If you are the one messaging back on Desert Hobbies Facebook, yes, you do. I do it all, Mr. McKenzie. I answer. So I have YouTube here, YouTube, Facebook, and then you've got Grand Central Station. Jason Vicar says missed the 04 GTO. Oh, there it is. Let's see. There we go. I got the picture.
The picture.
Before we go anywhere, I'm going to show everybody the picture. So you guys are going to see what Todd's talking about. You got to give me a minute. I got to download it. Let's see. Bear with me 1 second, please. Let me download. Okay, here. I'm going to show you guys this. Yeah, you're welcome, James. Appreciate that, Mr. McKenzie. Okay, so let's do this. Let me download. I'm going to download this so you guys can see what Todd's talking about. You know what? No, that did not work out to my advantage on that one. Whoa, what just happened? Excuse me. All right, everybody hang tight. I'm going to show you one more thing before we go. It's going to make you go, remember that song? It makes you go, Well, this one's going to make you go, I'm going to download it.
This guy got lucky right here.
Who's that?
Keith.
What do you mean?
Got lucky that rotor.
Yeah.
You
You guys are going to see what we're talking about here. So let me I got to download this. It takes a second. Download. Okay. Now we can put it up on the big screen. I want you guys to see what Todd. The reason why you see Todd running tape on his motors is this is part of the reason, and I'm going to show you right now. So you're going to California this weekend. Anything fun?
No.
No,
Just go get my daughter.
Sweet.
Actually, it's a turnaround.
Awesome.
On
Okay.
Sunday.
So I'm going to put this up on the big screen, Todd, and I want you. Where did it go? Okay. I'll stand by. Okay, where'd it go? I'm losing it, bro. Oh, there it is. Got it. Okay, I'm going to put this up. I want you guys to see. So this is whose motor am I putting up right now? I forgot. Was it?
That is.
It was one of Keith West.
Yeah, that's Keith West motor.
Yep. So check this out. You got to look really close because I don't think I can zoom in. Look at. Let me see. Can I zoom in? No, I cannot. Look at the rock. There's a rock on that rotor. You've got to look really, really close. Look at this. So Todd sent some motors in to have us freshen up. Keith West sent us some motors to have them freshened up. And when Todd took it apart, that's what he found.
You can see can you blow it up?
I can't.
So
I can try. Let me try.
If you blow it up, you can see there's scarring.
Hold on.
Scratching.
Let me try. Let me try to blow this up. I don't know if I can or not. I can try. Whoa, yes I can. Whoa. Holy cow. Look at this, guys. Woo, I didn't know I could do that. Look at that. Give it 15 seconds, okay? You guys check out this picture and check out this look at this and Todd will explain here as soon as it comes up. It takes about 50. There it goes. There we go. Look at that.
So you see the discoloration on the rotor?
Yes.
That's scratching from debris getting in between the rotor and the stator.
No kidding.
So that's scarring.
Look at
you
that.
scar that enough, you remove material, right?
Okay.
You remove material,
I'm listening.
you have a out of balance rotor. That's
Aha.
when rotors start coming apart.
Okay.
This whole time I've done this was the first time I've ever lost two motors. I lost one because a rotor got stuck in it. A rock got stuck in the rotor.
Okay.
A long time ago, and that's when I started taping, right? And just recently I lost two where they came apart.
No kidding.
But
Look at that. Look how it's just sitting there.
how many times I've been down a drag strip,
So,
I've always taped after my first incident. I've always taped, and I've never had this issue. That could cause all kinds of damage. That was sitting right where your hall sensors are.
I was going to ask you
You
when
spin
you.
that, it'll knock the sensors off.
I was going to ask you when you pulled that motor apart and that rock was there. How did it stay there?
It's magnetized.
Oh, right.
So it's some kind of. It's not really a rock. It's more of like a mineral.
Okay, got
But
it. Yeah. I get it now.
generically lump it up into a rock, you know? There's some kind of iron in rocks and stuff, so these are rare, earth magnets. Like these are super strong neodymium rare earth magnets and
Hey, Todd, Bill, all you guys arguing on my live broadcast. Can't you guys do this? Like, why don't you guys walk out in the back of Fry's, pull the gloves off, and get busy? These two are just going at each other's throats. Jesus, man. Come on, man. This is a family show. So that's crazy. Look at that rock, guys.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
but you see all the little scarring in it? Like
Yeah,
it
yeah,
has
I do.
scarring. Like
Yeah.
It's had multiple rocks
Yeah.
in that rotor. So, he's pretty lucky it still functions. It still had we cleaned it up, just did maintenance for him basically.
You know what we need to do right now, man, is you know how great this would be? Listen, man, I'm all about having a good time. Is we should call Todd Dixon and Bill Chamness and get them on the phone, dude, and let them go after each other's throats. Because, dude, it's golly, man. You guys need to go. I'm not kidding when I tell you this. Go out back and get it, duke it out, get it over with, and then move on.
But dude, they live their life
132 feet at a time.
bro.
I love it. Okay. I love it, dude. Any other questions for Todd? This is we look at everybody laughing. We will the next time that you'll see Todd, we're going to be. What are we doing again?
We're gonna do ESCs. I'm gonna definitely reach out to my buddy Tom.
No, let's bring Tom Rockwell. Dude,
Tom Rockwell.
That
in.
will be one show right there. What we'll do is we'll bring Tom in, with maybe his setup at home or in his RC garage. I don't know what he has, but
the inner sanctum.
that would be cool, man. You and him going at it and talking ESCs.
Yeah, and motors and
Yeah, that would be really, really cool, man. I would enjoy that. I think I would just go sit and watch out there.
I enjoy talking with Tom about stuff like that. He's super smart.
Smart guy.
I learn a lot every time I talk to him.
Agreed.
So
Yep, agreed.
I'll shoot Billy. So what I'm gonna do is I can do this right now. I can send this to Billy, and then you will have.
Answer this question.
Yes, sir.
Is that a 14 millimeter rotor that was on the screen?
Can't say.
What do you mean you can't say?
It's not my It's not my motor.
Oh boy, it's a 3 millimeter, sir.
That is not my motor, and I don't.
Jason Fakar says, so how are you going to address the problem? Cooling versus covering vents. How are you going to machine this out on a lathe?
What's that?
I don't know. I think he's talking about maybe the tape over the motor.
Oh, I just tape it, man. I just tape it.
Jay Renyon, there are no coupon codes for the 5-Star Hobbies breakout chassis, my friend. Sorry, not at this time. The only I do have coupon codes if you guys are looking for. Speaking of R1, we have an R1 combo pack. We do the ESC with the wireless module, or you can do the new the M17. I have a huge discount on M17s right now. And don't forget, yesterday, if you guys did not watch the show yesterday, we now have in stock. I think I only have 2 left, though. They went quick last night. I told you guys they would. RX-8s. And I just found out this morning that I just got 8 more off of back order. But they won't be here till next week. Yes, the breakouts are for sale, man. 5-Star Hobbies. My buddy Jared Baker. Absolutely. DesertHobbies.com, dude.
Did it go through to you?
I did get it, yep.
Perfect. So that's a whole document.
On the, oh, jeez. Okay, capacitors. Woo
I mean, it's only, it used to be like 2 pages, and I narrowed it down.
Bob Hamilton says they make tape in many colors.
They do, Bob.
Dude, you need to have, so here's the deal. Let's talk about that. You need to have pink for October for breast cancer awareness.
I need pink painter's tape.
Oh, it's too funny. A lathe can true out the rotor.
You can't true that rotor out. It's done. You can't put a lathe to that rotor. It'll pop.
It'll pop.
Yeah, break.
Jason Vicars, nope, not happening, buddy.
No, you can't. I mean, you can lathe out the top of the rotor.
Jeff
where it's
Henry,
steel.
I don't never talk money over the air. Here, I'll tell you what you do. You just go on to DesertHobbies.com. I hate doing this because it's going to go crazy. This sale, I only have 5 more at this price. Here we go. Watch this. Go to DesertHobbies.com, and where you go to M17, in the promo code, put in M17. That's it. Super simple. And if you want to do the R1 Works combo, which is going to be the ESC with the wireless module, it's going to be R1 Works.
So what he's saying
in
is
the promo code.
If you want to go really fast, go get an R1 Works. Have our buddy Tom Rockwell or Billy right here, and they can help you out, make them even faster. R1 Works is some monster stuff.
And if you go on to DesertHobbies.com and you're looking for a ESC and wireless module, your promo code is R1 Works with a U. W-U.
Ooh, that's what it is?
RKS.
Sold. Just buy them now.
Bob Hamilton says, I want to go fast.
You do. Buy R1 Works.
You know what, Mr. Hamilton? I just decided we're going to have a school of. I'm going to put on a school right here at Desert Hobbies. If you want to go fast, you just come to the school. It's drag race school.
You know what we should have?
Tell me.
Is have Mr. Bob Hamilton teach us how to paint bodies.
Perfect.
Have you seen this dude paint?
I have not.
Have you seen all my pink bodies?
Yeah.
All my 5-star
Yeah,
bodies?
yeah, of
Every
course.
5-star team body?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Bob.
Oh, he does them all
Oh,
for you.
yeah.
Oh, Mr. Hamilton. Okay, cool. Got it.
I'm waiting to send him another Corvette. So I want another Corvette, and I want it to be the Arizona flag.
Yeah,
in
that's
the front
cool.
half.
Yep.
Ripping into the American flag.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm just cheap, and I haven't bought a body and sent it to him yet.
I'm getting ready to have a lot of painting done.
Yeah.
I have 5 guys right now that want to paint bodies for me for my big grudge race in January.
Yeah.
Against Paul Peterson.
Oh man.
I
can't wait. I got to start that car here soon and get your car dialed.
It has to happen sooner than later because I got a lot of stuff coming down.
Yeah. No, Jared said he's all in with that car, getting you the chassis.
Yeah. Whatever.
So-
I mean, just think about it sooner than later.
Oh, I'm thinking about it now. We got to get you dialed in. We got to teach you how to run.
I'm promoting him every day. Every day. That camera goes on. It says 5-Star Hobbies right there. Bob Hamilton says, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
To do that for you.
Yeah. Get him.
He says $600.
$600. That's awesome. Freaking Bob.
Anything else, man?
This is why I don't have that body painted.
I think that's going to end this show. Don't forget, guys, October 15th, Desert Hobbies Friday Night Auction starts October 15th. If you do not sign up, what I mean by that is go over to and find Desert Hobbies Friday Night Auction. We got a lot of cool stuff that we're going to be selling. Yeah, Bob's laughing. He's like, LMA, laugh my, you know what off. So October 15th is when the auction starts. But the biggest news of the weekend is this. And I know he's not watching, but Mr. Greer, I'm coming for you. coming for you. Frank's like laughing.
Frank Gappleby Greer.
This weekend, I'm grudge racing against Frank Greer. And it will be live, absolutely. I had new.
You got this.
I had a cape built. Got a cape.
Yeah, you got this. You are a hero.
Stupid.
You got this.
Get out of here.
I'm telling you, but that's when they say drivers watch the light. You toss the cape on his car.
No, I'm gonna kick him.
I would kick the car. He'd probably still make a straight pass even if you kicked him.
I'm gonna kick him right in the knee.
Yeah, all he has to do is this though, and the car just goes.
Don't he own a window washing company? It's over.
Yeah.
You know, boom, done.
Glass knee.
Yeah. I need a 3.5. What motor? What 3.5 are you talking about? XP. I can't say your name, so I just call you XP. 3.5 motors. What are you looking to? Make sure you remember to stop at the end of this time. Ha ha ha. You know what? I'm gonna join Todd Dixon on that backyard fries. The
Backyard brawl.
The backyard brawl, Mr. Chamness.
I'm in. World star.
The last question or the answer or whatever you want to call it. XP. I need a 3.5 turn motor. Any promo code? I do not, but I do have all 3.5s in stock. The only thing I don't think I have is I don't think I have the Trinity. We've got Motive. We've got Phantom. We've got R1. I don't have any Trinity. I don't have any. Oh, you know what? You know what just came in today? Macklin 3.5s.
Never heard of them.
They're here.
Really?
Yes, sir. You guys, I'm telling you, listen. You two need to go. You need to go, either go get some ice cream together, or just go duke it out, dude. Call it a day. Todd. Well, hold on. Let me make sure I do this right. Curtis Harris, I know you're listening. Thank you. Curtis, I'm going to blow your race up this weekend. I better be careful of saying that. We're going to live stream it. Now, remember, I'm going to be in Yuma tomorrow, so no live show tomorrow. We'll be live on Friday, but remember, I'm going to be practicing. While they are practicing, testing, and tuning, I'm going to finally get a chance to be at a race where I can set up different camera views, and I have an idea that I want to do on some camera views for all of the. Now, this camera view that I'm doing is 100% dedicated to the grandmas, the grandpas, the wives, the husbands that are not here to see their little honey or son race or their husband. This camera view that I'm working on, that I'm going to do at Curtis's race, I think is going to be pretty cool. And until I get there, until I get down to Yuma and get ready to set up, I do have the Macklin XP. I do have that in stock, the 3.5 turn Macklin. I want everybody's feedback on this view. I think it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I got a different. I'm going to have 2 drones this weekend. We're going to have the. Jesus, my God. You two. I'm going to ban you two from my show. And then you have the. Oh my gosh, my eyes. Oh wow. Well, you put these glasses on, that TV comes to life. And then I'm gonna have where was I, dude? Todd and Bill Chamness. You two need to get over it.
Snuggle struggle.
God, snuggle. Yeah, go snuggle. And thank you for coming in and doing the soldering show. But I'm telling you, we're gonna bring Todd and Bill on the phone and just say fight. Oh, I know what I was telling you. Drones. I'm going to have 2 drones this weekend. This weekend, we're going to be using a different drone. Last weekend in Lexington, we used the Mavic Air 2. This weekend, we're going to be using the Mavic 2 Pro. Bigger camera, better camera.
Bigger drone.
Bigger drone.
More stable.
I don't really need the stabilization because
longer flight time.
A longer flight time, but the camera that's on this drone is a lot better than I used in Lexington.
Phenomenal.
It's going to be really cool, man.
Yeah. Isn't that 4K?
Oh yeah, 100% 4K. And then we'll be testing, doing something fun. If we wreck it, re-wreck it. You know what? Do me a favor. In that corner over there, there's a bag in the very far corner, all the way in the far corner. I'm going to show you guys something. Nope, there's one more bag right next to that one. You guys check this out before we go, and then I'll give you something to think about. I'll give everybody something to think about. for the race this weekend to really get you excited. Well, you should be excited because we're doing the exhibition with a 13.5 Trinity motor. So this is what you're going to see this weekend. Look at this. Come on, get out of there. There it is. Here, I'm going to pop this over here just on me right now. Look at this. This is going to be one of the drones that you guys are going to see out at the track. This is an FPV drone. This drone right here will do 89 miles an hour.
That's crazy.
Crazy, right? So I'm hoping.
Does it know prep, bro?
Huh? Yeah. Tony Trickle, this is for you. We need to put prep on the bottom.
Yeah.
We'll put prep on it. And so this is the drone that we're going to be running this weekend. This is going to be for fun. This is not for us watching the race. This is not for – we're going to be just having a good time. I actually have 2 of these.
That's
so
awesome
I think
drone.
what I might do now what does everybody think? I might bring both of them and we'll race them.
I'm so sad I'm not going.
I know, right? We might race drone. We'll race.
I love to fly drones.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You ever flown one of these?
I've flown, not that one, but I've flown
This
a lot
is pretty sick, man.
I've flown a lot of
89 miles an hour this thing will go.
DJI products.
That's all we carry is DJI.
I know.
DJI.
If I quit spending so much money on prep, I'd probably have a nice drone.
Just call Tony Trickle. He's got plenty of prep for you.
Tony Trickle with the tactical.
Just drag
prep.
race the drone. Seth, I think, you know what, Seth? I'm going to take 2. I have 2 of these. Excuse me. I have 2 of these FPV drones. I will take both with me and prep the drone.
Prep the drone. Are you going to have your tactical prep holder?
I'm going to have, Tony Trickle's making us one. So
Tactical prep
hey,
holder.
he gets the first one, Tony, and I get the second.
Fully automatic tactical prep holder.
Thanks for the code. New controller on the way. Cool, man. See ya. Okay, that's it. I'm done. Kiss and make up, right, Lisa?
Dishes are done, dude.
I'm coming for you, Todd. These guys. Bye, guys. All right. Again, Todd, thanks for coming in, man, and hanging out with us and all of the.
We're going to get back to it once the schedule clears up and everybody gets all cleared up. They'll watch the lights regularly. We'll bring you great info.
Can't wait. Think you just sold out of M17s. No, I didn't. I've got 10 more coming. Let me put them. Actually, I take that back 5. I'll put them up on the website now. Give me 1 second because they just shipped today. It's going to take a couple days, but they'll be here in just a couple days. So if you're trying to get M17, give me about 5 minutes. I'll put them back up on the website. They'll be ready to go if it says sold out. Brian Sowles, let's see what he says. I need prep for reactions. Someone hook me up. I'll pay for it. OFC. What do you mean you need prep, dude? I mean, there's more prep people than there is McDonald's.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, reaction times like McDonald's, they got over like 1 billion served.
Jesus.
Tony Poet.
I'm out of here, dude. Hey, this goes over to Met 1971. I'll have that M17 up on the website in just a second. Hey, can you see this? Yes, I can see it. Thanks, gentlemen. Thanks, my car. Let me make sure I got everybody. Have a good night, Billy. Tarad, sorry for the drama. God, you guys. Jeff Henry, they're not sold out. I'll fix the website in 2 seconds. And here, I'll tell you what. Let me do it while I'm on the phone. What are you doing tonight? Anything fun?
Sleeping.
What do you mean by that?
Going to bed.
Why?
Tired.
Why?
I had to get up at 4 in the morning and go
Okay,
to Tucson.
so did I. You guys are wrong. My website, that show's available, so you're going to the wrong website. DesertHobbies.com. Oh, you're right. They are no available. There you go. Done. They're up and running now. You guys better hurry because when I put these up, the M17s go really quick. There's 5 available. Ooh, wait a second. And the receivers, there's 5 available for those. I just got off the phone with Sanwa. Hey, and speaking of Sanwa, you guys, I just struck a score with Sanwa, and the pricing's just getting better and better and better. There you go. Everything's up and ready to go. You have 5 Sanwa M17s, and you have 4 of the Sanwa RX 493s. So if you want them, you better get them and better get them fast, Mr. Met 1971. And who was the other guy over here? Who was the other guy that said he was? Thanks, Lisa Campbell. Lisa, I bet you're so damn bored. Jeff Henry. They are back up on the website, ready to rock. And Todd, you and I are going to sign out. Let me just double check everything. Good show, fellas. Thanks, Wade. Appreciate it. And
Thank
I
you,
just
guys.
don't know what to use and didn't order any of this weekend. So whichever you prep dealers gets me a bottle. Brian, I'll have prep at the track if you need prep. You'll dude, don't worry about it. We
There'll
got
be
you covered.
every flavor at the track.
Everything you need, dude. Lisa Campbell, thank you
Stick
for that.
Spider-Man to a wall with the amount of prep that'll be there.
You guys enjoy your evening, and thanks for joining Todd Soltero and Curtis Harris until we meet again, and that's going to be Friday. Thanks, Todd.
Thank you.
See you, man.
Yes, sir.